Are there people here? Welcome to Star Seekers. I'm a little confused. Is this happening or not tonight? It's my first video as a member. Let me respond to this person. How do I respond to her? I don't know if she's here. Okay. Live chat. Erica. Erica. Live chat. Can I talk? I don't think I could talk. I could just look at it. I could only look at it. But I'm here, Erica. um, I did thank Nana. I called Nana and I was like, "What's up, Nana?" Blah 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 blah. And I told her about all the babies in the world and stuff that's been coming up synchronicity wise and her play in synchronicity. Hello, Songs of Starlight. I'm gonna get another thing because this is plugged in, that's plugged in, so I need another thing that will hold that into place. Gonna use this one, the big tall one. So, yes, sorry guys, I've been multitasking, being a crazy person, doing a lot of stuffs in a lot of places, and I'm sure you all know how that goes. If you're a people-pleasing empath like me, sometimes we get silly, and we do way too much stuff, but we're having fun, you know? We're helping others. That's usually what inspires me, and I'm in the middle of transitioning, like, what I do, where I do it, and all of that, and I just needed to come to a decision, and this week has been helping me, because we're now finally in Alcyon Light Healing Level 7, which has synced up with everything else in my life. So, we know. Bridget needs to change her focus. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, you can add your questions. So this is going to be a little different tonight because for the past few nights, or this whole month, I'm going to be doing lives on Instagram. I've been live. This is the 6th night on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, if you want to be part of that, going live every night on for 30 nights on Instagram to do activations of the light. And this is what I did in 2017 when I was like living in a shit situation. I did a 30-day challenge with gratitude, and it changed my life, and everything fell into place. And it was like, oh, all that stuff that sucks, here, now it no longer sucks. And I was like, oh my god, like it just literally everything changed so fast. So I'm doing another 30-day challenge right now on Instagram, and I'm gonna take the time from the lives that I've already done, condense just the light act, it's like a 10-minute thing, condense all of those and put them onto YouTube so people on YouTube can benefit from that. If you want to follow me over here, I've been live every night. I talk to people for like 2 hours and all of that. And then I'm going to do the readings for people over here. So whenever you want to ask your question, hi, I'm Erica from Oregon. I saw that you're new. I'm sorry. This has been a transition time, so I'm going to keep the Divine Essentials channel where you guys are with that membership once a month live for people. And I'm getting rid of the Bridget Rao. But tomorrow night when I go live for this, I'm going to go live on the Bridget Rao channel for the last membership readings over there. And then new things are coming, so don't go sign up to new stuff or anything or switch around anything yet because you may want to benefit from other stuff that's about to roll out. I'm collaborating with my 7 sisters, Cedar Stone, Jenny, Monica, Stefania, Lisa, Colette, Laura. Anybody else? Am I forgetting anybody? Hello, Anise. And what did I use? What did I call you? Now that you're spelling it that way, I'll probably do it differently. But I've been trying to listen to Spirit. I've been trying to shift over for a while. I've been, from my day back, like my beginning, 2015, I've always been into marketing and advertising and stuff like that for business so that I could help myself grow my business. So you can't have a spiritual business without a spiritual practice. So I'm merging those two worlds together. The 7th level of Alcyon Light Healing is literally the level where, like, what's your niche? What's your purpose? Let's get the business start rolling. So just like all other 6 levels of Alcyon Light Healing, it makes sense. My throat chakra time was all messed up. My third eye time was like, ah. My like heart time was all crazy. That's a free thing on the Divine Essentials channel people can do. There's 77 videos as we went into level 7 unplanned. Had no idea. Just happened. So this, what we're doing right now, is going to be the ISIS activations for the light. And then I'm going to go over there with them and do that membership. That's a membership over there for $2.99 a month. They get free readings from me. I set it up like that. Once that blows up to a point where it's like I'm on for way too long, I will make another night, or I will have to increase the price or something to make it make sense, so that doesn't become like oh, this is way too draining for me, which is a big part of healing and doing what we need to do as a spiritual healer. You got to maintain your energy, and you've got to keep balance with what you're doing and giving and receiving. So let me set you up to look at the place where there's the candle, so you guys are gonna be able to, it's not like you have to do this night on this night type of thing, but we are doing the Pillar of Light, the Portal of Light. These are some cards that came out of this Isis deck. My deck book, where's my deck book? There it is. So let me see, am I missing anything? And then I will get right with you guys over here for your questions. Good, awesome sauce. Yes, you can get reading for all the things you like. And if you are a member of that channel, go ask your questions. And when I'm done with this thing, I will be over there for that thing. You like the Divine, I like the Divine Essentials channel too. It's not that I don't like the Bridget Rao channel or anything like that. It's just that I'm not there anymore, and this is what happens. This is why, like, I came off of being in person then. That's why I stopped helping other people with their business years ago and had to work on my business. And now I'm coming back with all that I learned in between to help other people. But it's always divinely guided, and it always spirals back around. And that's just where I am now. It's not like I hate twin flames. I don't like, I'm still going to talk about twin flames because it's always been a part of my journey. But it was never the main part of my journey until a few years ago, where I got a little psychopath and was, obsessively like, meh, about that. And I wanted to know. And I tell people all the time, what are you passionate about? What are you obsessed with? Because when that's what it is, it's easy to show up every day. And I'm obsessed with helping other people with their business. When I'm not obsessed with the twin flame thing, it's like that's the default one that we go to next. So it makes sense for me to be doing that. You want to start? So perfect timing, lovely Anna. We now have a new name for you. See, it's time to transition to our new names, our new places. I'm going to be teaching everything I know. I'm going to be teaching Oracle and Tarot. I have a mystery school teaching starting on the 21st. It's $25 for the class to drop in from May to November. It's once a month for 2 hours. It was a Zoom time, so you could talk to me. I could talk to you. We could talk to each other. The meditations have helped you on your journey. You're welcome. And I know there's people who still watch. I watched a pick a card the other day from the Twin Flames, and I was like, oh my God, because I recorded it 2 years ago, but it still resonated very strongly. So, the messages are timeless, and I say that on all the readings. Like, it's a timeless reading. You could watch it whenever. You could watch a pick a card you already watched, pick a different pile. 2 years later, you may be on a different pile. But it's time for me to work where I'm best at. All right, people are comment their questions over there. I'm going to get you guys set up to join looking at this candle area too. I'm going to switch out the candle for tonight. We are going to use, what are we going to use? What's this one? This is a twin flame candle. It's blue for communication. But twin flame candle means it's rose and lavender. That means it's going to relax you, and it's going to open you up to unconditional love, wherever that wants to come from. So we release the resistance. Hi. Oh, wow. There's 2 of them. The other night there was 3 of them, and it turned into 2. It was crazy. I think I have the video of it. If I still have the video of it, I'll upload it, because they changed instant. It was so crazy. But it will show people what I mean about they mess with my mind. Um, they're like, whoa, hello. Let me be weird. Let me mess with your brain, Bridget. I'm like, I'm already a little weird, but, you know. So this will help people to release the resistance to communication from others who love them. This is going to help us to open up the communication of our truth, our authenticity. The blue color works with our throat chakra. The rose is unconditionally loving, and the rose represents like the journey of love, where things blossom and bloom, and then they wilt and they die and they tear and they fall apart. The next year they spring back to life in a new way, and they blossom and bloom again, maybe with a new love, maybe with a new passion, maybe with a new truth. But it doesn't matter, whatever it is. There's nothing that's bad or good or whatever about it. It's just the journey of life. And the lavender helps us to release that like fear and anxiety when we're transitioning into a new truth. So, I'm going to light this, and can you guys see the flame? Oh yeah, yeah you can. I'm like, can you see the flame? Yes, they can. Perfect. All right. And we are going to, what I've done the other two night, well actually, we did the beloved knot last night too, but the other nights have been, I'm just going to do all three. I'm not going to add anything new to that tonight because I got to go over there and help them with their stuff, so we're just going to do the three tonight, which is the beloved knot. So we're going to get wrapped up in a rocking crib of red that's like going to stabilize us and help us to be rocked into love, like the cradle of love. Rock the cradle of love. And then the pillar of light and the portal of light are also going to open. So we're going to open the portal of light, and we're going to bring that transition in. And then the pillar of light, we have a light above us and a light below us. We have an Antakarana system tube of light that we are in. So if you want to say Antakarana, 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 that's going to activate your light pillar around your body and grow it brighter. And then we bring the light from above and the light from below, from the earth star and the soul star, through us to connect and cleanse and all of that. So I'm just letting the new people know what to expect, and you're going to gaze into this flame. Okay. And I'm like, okay, anyone else here getting hit with nostalgia? With people from the, a lot of people are getting nostalgia, I think, and a lot of people from the past have been popping up. Family members are coming back around. People that you know, love or you loved are coming back in, whether it was bad or good or indifferent. I have noticed that theme, yes, but I think everybody has a set kind of different way of how it's been being for them. But let me get my Palo Santo and open sacred space. So we always start in the direction of the south, and we call to the spirit of the south, to the winds of the south, to the great spirit of the serpent, the great archetype of shedding the past and shedding her skin, allowing us to release the past and to let go, and to see the new dawning, to see the beauty in life, to see the beauty way. To the winds of the west. Mother, sister, jaguar. You who knows the way across the rainbow bridge. You who will protect our medicine space. You who knows the way to peace. life beyond death. Slice through our past relations, the cords and attachments. Protect us from the lower vibrations and guide us across the rainbow and to the winds of the north. Grandmother Hummingbird, those who've come before us and those who will come after us, our children's children, we honor you and we thank you for your strength to rise through the seemingly impossible journey of life. You who was not built for flight, but you who defies the obstacle and flutters flower to flower, taking in the sweetness of life. Thank you for your wisdom and your ancient knowledge. We honor you. Winds of the east, great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Allow us to rise wing to wing with the Great Spirit. Allow us to rise above the obstacles, the illusions, to see from a new perspective. Above the storms of life, where we can see the interconnectedness of the small and the grand, and we can come to a new conclusion. The Pachamama, the spirit of the earth, we have gathered for the healing of all your children. The stone people, the plant people, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, the winged ones, all of our relations. We thank you for all you provide to us. And to the Great Spirit, Creator, you who are known by 1,000 names and you who are the unnameable, we have gathered for the healing of all your children. And we have gathered for the light. And we ask you to join us on this night in our sacred space and in our sacred lives, activating our heart, illuminate our eyes, connect to the energy of the light, gazing into this light. We open the pillar around us. We open the portal above us. And we activate, illuminate, and integrate our blueprint, divinity. We hope, we believe, and we know that we can achieve all of our dreams. Allow the light that illuminates to wrap around you now. Feel the flame burning bright, encompassing you now. Feel the flames burning, transmuting, disintegrate all of the past. Allow yourself to manifest your fate. Feel the light warm around your body now. Imagine that pillar illuminated, beginning to rock. Bright red, beautiful, magenta, calling in the frequencies of these colors. The wisdom, the royalty, the bloodlines, purified, integrated, activated on this night. Feel yourself rocking in the light, in the cradle, tying the knot devices, helping you with all that you're able to rock back and forth in comfort in your lives, to go with the flow, to see the new sight. Rocking you gently back and forth in the light, activating, asking for Isis on this night. Feel the light above you, below you as well, burning bright, activated, making all well. Pulling the light above you, the star in the sky, that blue light Isis, down into you this time, into your crown, activating your mind, activating your eyes, moving beyond space and time. Seeing with your ancient eyes, pulling the light to your throat, beginning to speak your truth wherever you go. Pull the light to your heart, loving with compassion, forgiving and overcoming, taking the call to action. The call of action to love, to be empowered right now, pulling that light through the portal in the pillar to the solar plexus now. Brightest, whitest light. Down into your sacral, down into your womb, healing and harmonizing, giving birth to the new you. And down into the root, stabilizing, creating the strong foundation. Down through your legs, down into your feet, activating that ability to go to where you'll meet the newest version of you, to know every step of the way, to make your life better with each step of the day. Down into Agatha, to the other light, connecting to the Earth Star, gathering all that it might. Gather these two lights, working together. Pull them up inside of you from our Divine Mother. rest of our lives, and into the power, and into the heart, and into the truth spoken from your heart, into your mouth, every word you speak, into your eyes, in every way that you see, and into your crown, high above you now, pushing up to that space of the brightest light above, calling it down all of its glory and beauty, asking for it to guide you on your endless story. Feel safe and warm, rocking in that beautiful knot, tying your beloved within your sacred heart, making the safe space in you and around you, illuminating all that is before you, and remembering, activating, aligning to the ancient, the high priestess, the divine, the sacred, the holy light, increasing every day, activating your Antakarana, activating all. Allow for the Isis, Sacred Mother, to speak to you now and give you guidance. She may show you a symbol or tell you something. It may just be a feeling or a color, maybe a presence. For each of you to discover where you are headed. Which will help you as the light worker. Simply open up and discover. Imagine the best version of yourself that you can imagine. See this light version of yourself, this beautiful version of yourself, this aligned version of yourself. And step into her or him at this time. The version of you 10,000 years from now. The ascended one. Who knows? Who has seen? Who trusts, who has overcome all of the 3D, who has integrated the divinity inside. Imagine what that might look like. Pulling that version to you in this moment. It will help you to jump from this timeline to the next. Healed, aligned, and beautiful. Ready to take what's next. You can imagine gathering the flame, pulling it to your heart to feed and nourish you. Imagine the warmth of the flame feeding and nourishing you. All the seeds of potential that are planted inside of you tonight at each of your chakras. You're feeding and nurturing them. This would be a practice every day to feed and nurture yourself, to overcome, to illuminate, to know, to trust, to heal and grow. All right, we've got that done for day 6 of our lives for the light. I'm gonna stay on now I forgot about my membership thing on the Divine Essentials channel. So if anybody has missed that, there's one Thursday of the month is all that's gonna be now. One Thursday of the month on Divine Essentials YouTube channel. It's $2.99 a month. You go over there, you tell me your question, I do a reading for you. The Bridget Rao channel, I'm going to do the same thing that I did tonight tomorrow, but that's going to be the last one of the Bridget Rao. I'm just honoring this last month for those members, and then we're moving on to the business stuff and the new stuff and the transition stuff. You are welcome. But I'm going to head over there, give them my full attention, because they're my paid members, and I'm late and all of that, and I've slept late and been doing all this new stuff, and things are changing, transitioning quickly. The light's illuminating quickly. But I will be back tomorrow for day 7 of this. And I will see you guys then. Thank you very much. In Renee, namaste. Divine Essentials, Chenu, Jeanette, or Bridget. Actually, I'm not going to say that. Alright, share. But that's done. Alright, here we go. Let me get you over here. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to be able to look at that to get your questions and put you guys in this thing. Thank you for being patient and all that stuff with me for your readings. And I can't believe I've been good, though. I've been doing good on my other thing. I'm showing up every night, but I just forgot what I was doing. So let me pull up this live. I think I gotta sign in on it so I can see all your comments. But how you guys doing? We've been on for 33 minutes. All right, live chat. Here we go. All right, so welcome, Drew. Welcome, Erica. So like I said, every month I go live on this channel. The second Thursday of the month is when I do it. If for some reason I can't do it the second Thursday of the month, I do it another night, or we move it around. And then the free lives that I do is the moon thing. For business related stuff, you can ask me business related questions on here, and it usually comes up anyways. But there is going to be other stuff rolling out specifically for that. I have some free stuff for that and paid stuff for that and different tiers for that. It's going to be rolling out like this week. I've already started it. I've already collaborating with people. I've got my 7 sisters I'm working with very close-knitly. But I'm going to teach the concepts of what I'm doing with them to other people. And they're going to benefit me to benefit others. So if you're interested in that stuff, that's coming. But I'm also going to be finishing level 7 of Alcyon Light Healing on this channel. And, just basically doing all that stuff. But I need to, eliminate some stuff, make some room for other stuff, all that stuff. So let's see. I'm hoping to get perhaps a life coach or somebody that could... Oh, so I'm going to be doing that, too. I'm a shamanic mentor is the new stuff that I'm rolling out, right? And there's going to be one-on-one where it's like we could do a 10-minute chat or a 90-minute chat. We could do a 6-week program, or we could do, this. If you want to learn just like the Moon Key rights, you could do that. If you want to come stay here for a weekend and you're a woman, I'll honor that. I got to be careful with the men. Just I want to be, because not to say a woman wouldn't come hit on me, but men are much stronger than me. like physically and stuff. And I've had issues in the past, and my dad's not here 24/7, so I just want to, do that. But it would be like, you come stay here for a weekend and we chat about this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to make exclusive things for that so that you don't have to go pay for a hotel. You can come in person with me. There's going to be a lot of good new things for that stuff. So you're in the right place. A lot of people are gun shy. I get it. Believe me, I know. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to manipulate. I give way more than I get most of the time, but I'm trying to fix that. And I'm trying to also help others for free while I help me. I'm doing a whole different concept than what most other people do, because in most of the things, it's different. When you're doing a spiritual business, you gotta approach it a spiritual way. Hello, Songs of Starlight. A self-proclaimed astrologist. I'm not a self-proclaimed astrologist, but I do been learning some astrology, and that stuff's on point. But you don't need anybody to tell you it if you look it up and research it and stuff. That's the thing. Anything you guys want to know about, like if you're like, I wonder how to do that, Google or YouTube will give you all of it. Like, and I get it. Sometimes we just don't know what the question is to ask. And that's where I come in a lot of times, where I give you the questions to ask her. Like tonight I made a video for Jenny to show her something, and she's like, that's perfect. She's got the ADHD mind like I do. We don't want a 4-hour video of like how to do this. We want the quick condensed version of, oh yeah, that's it. Okay, boom, there I go. So I'm going to have that approach with stuff where there's going to be short videos, very quick, and then longer videos for the people who need all of the like little detail, like this is where you sign in, this is where you put your password if you don't know how to make a password, you know what I mean? All of those things. So Songs of Starlight. Yes, you can add your question. Hello, Rick. How are you? Rick, I saw that you submitted on my website. I'm going to be sharing you next. The reason why I shared Manifestor first is because he commented in my group on YouTube for the Elsion Light Healing, and I was right there, right then, so I shared that. But Rick, I'm going to share you next. And then, hi, Drew. Thank you very much. So can I get a reading for attracting more abundance, such as money and living my passion? Also, erotic and love messages from my person I asked about on last month's reading. It was amazing, by the way. All right, you're welcome. So let's do a little combination thing. What do I have here for my 60 stuff? Where is my 60? All right. We'll start off with the first one I ever did. I gotta be careful on YouTube because they have like upped the strictness of things. Ride and grind. Somebody wants to ride and grind. They want to rip your clothes off. They want to hear you moan. They say, I want to spend forever beside you and only you. So that's sweet. It's not all about the send me something sexy. I'm so in love with you. Look at that. So in love with you. So this person's in love with you. This the thought of you makes them boop, get a little boop, boop, boop. I've never wanted anyone so badly. And then face down, booty up. That's the way they like to. And, yeah. Just the thought of you makes them get a little too excited. So those are some messages from that level of things. Let's see. Deep memories are stirring. So this person has deep memories stirring. And like we just saw with Anise. I can't remember how I used to say it. But Anise, deep memories are stirring. And I feel like we need to remove the mask of the everyday persona. If you have ADHD or a neurodivergent mind, which a lot of us usually do when we are empathic and stuff, a lot of times we mask ourselves, or we put on like other people's stuff, or we get very heavily influenced by other people. That's then again why I spend so much time alone, because then I'm not adopting other people's like accents and stuff, and I'm not conforming myself to others. I'm not letting other people influence me to be like them. You know what I mean? But when we have, it's good to learn to know ourselves. So I feel like figuring out what that mask is. Look, disconnect, go underground for a little while. They want you to do that. And then acclimate, accept where you are. So they want you to take the mask off that you, because we all do. Hi, how are you? Oh my God. When we're at work or something, and you got like a jerk on the phone, and they're like, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy that I can help you today. Like, so you need to disconnect, go underground for a little while, acclimate to where you are, accept who you are, Figure out the fullness of yourself without other people's influence. Choose a natural solution when available to be abundant, because your goal is within reach, but they basically want you to know that a sacred gift is coming to you, and it's time to go forward and leave the past behind. And that's okay, because you're not abandoned. I think whenever I tell a twin flame person, go forward, leave the past behind, they're like, I don't want to leave him behind. You don't have to leave him behind. You're not abandoned. You've got to step into the fullness of you. You need to step into who you are authentically, wholly, without a mask, and knowing yourself fully, so that when they do show up, or somebody comes into your life that wants to be with you in any way, or clients show up, or something manifests in your world, you're being the real you. You're ready to be out there. And like, we can't have a union, a divine union of anything, a divine union of ourselves needs to be manifested before divine union with someone else can be manifested. And again, move with the flow, expand your horizons, disconnect and go underground. So they want you to expand your horizons, go away from everybody else, and expand yourself. Expand yourself to take up the most space that you could take up, and then put yourself out there with that space of knowing who you are, knowing what you want. And nobody else can decide that for you or tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you where to go or what to do or exactly how to do it, because you're not gonna listen unless it's totally exactly what you want to do. But you may not know what you want to do until you try doing some things. So you need to shape shift and know there is no death. Your divine union will be when you enter this silence and listen to what I'm saying here, and trust that the sacred gift is coming to you and the work is coming to you. You are a light worker. You're not alone in the universe. It's time to birth through the initiation that's going to require stillness, so you can figure out my passion. What is my passion? Where do I want my journey to go? What is going to be my power source? What's going to fuel me up and make me feel like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is going to give me transformation. This is where I'm best at. I surrender, though. I need to surrender for this initiation. She's in a freaking cave, man. I don't know if you saw the video I shared the other day on this channel where it was like, what's his name? Leonardo da Vinci and all that stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, I went off for like 2 years in a hole in the ground. And I was like, I came back all better. I feel like I've done that on multiple occasions. Like when I got my Reiki thing, my Reiki 1 was when I met my first best friend and all of this stuff. She was like a 65-year-old woman. And we just hit it off. We were so much alike. I'm Capricorn rising and Capricorn moon. So I have an older, dry, bitter sense of humor and stuff, and she was the same way. She was Capricorn. So we became best friends, Reiki 1. But then after Reiki 1, I had a healing crisis for a whole year. I just went underground. I was living in that basement, and I wasn't talking to anybody. I just went, boop, gone. And the people were like, and the only person I talked to was the person that owned the center, because I was building her website and stuff. That was literally like all I was doing. And then even from there, I disappeared for a while even further. So that woman knew I was okay, the one that owned the center and all of that, and she kind of knew what was going on. But the other one, the best friend one, was like, oh, where'd she go? Like, she was really concerned. And then when I came back, it was like I was renewed. And I just went through that again. We go through life and death here a lot, like death process of our old self, a death of whatever, especially when you go through a healing activation, especially when you bring those things in to become mindful. You got to realize who you are, protect your body, realize that like it's time to shapeshift and open new portals. A lot of people in the spiritual things, they don't embrace this renewal or this creative way. You can tell, like, the people who make it in the spiritual businesses are the ones that are adaptable, the shapeshifters, the ones that will get creative and go with the flow and change and have those renewals. So, and that's the same with anything. You have, if you want nourishment, you're going to have to center yourself and know that what rises falls and what falls rises, and our passions get ignited and we get centered, but we've got to let go of the old for new opportunities to come, but set the intention for that to be and birth into this new world, that new knowing that you have as you leave that. So you're going to be a magnet for all that you desire, but right now is a time of becoming the CEO, the boss of your life. Like, I want this, I want justice. I'm not going to talk about, oh, it's an omen, I'm feeling ashamed, I'm feeling cursed, I'm bad. It's time for the metamorphosis. Your ideas will come alive, and you will just know what to do when you explore what you like. So what do you like to do? Where do you want to try? figure it out. Do you want to be an environmentalist? It's time for you to decide. But first, you gotta let go of all the fears and all the doubts and all the insecurities and all the bad shit that's ever happened. Believe in spontaneous healing. Leave the past behind. And know that you are immortal, and make all your decisions carefully. So again, spending some time solo, but not feeling solo. Like, I'm not alone in there. You're never alone. Even when you're alone, you're not alone. That's why I have fae and spirits and all these things like all over the place all the time, because they celebrate when that stuff's happening. They work with us in our dream time. They work with us in our mind time. So you got to, cherish that time and open your heart to forgive yourself, have grace, and set the intention as the light worker that it's all going to fall into place. Start speaking it, start writing it, start thinking it. It's all happening. I'm creating it. My family is coming to me, like my soul family is coming to me. There's infinite choices. And sometimes I just need to go be solo and stop listening to the outside noise or the advertisers or the things. Because, like, once you do one thing, or like somebody says, like, I'm looking for this, right? Your phone listens to that. And then Google and YouTube and Facebook, all these places start targeting you with advertisements about it. And then you get sucked in to some stupid thing that makes no sense, and it messes with you. But the obstacles are being cleared when you call protection and listen and know I'm not alone, but I need to be my own power source. So I need to go silently listen. They both say listen, and listen to the insight that's coming from my guidance, because I am protected. I am divinely inspired, and I need to express my truth and speak it out there. But I need to know what that is, and in order to have my transformation. So that's how you're going to be abundant. That's how you're going to open up the journey to, like, the true love coming in. Be curious about things, but don't let yourself be taken away on things unless it's truly what you feel like is meant for you. A lot of us get, like, especially when we have the thing. You should watch the thing I did last night. I don't know if you saw it last night on the lives that I did. At the end of it, I did the heart out of the book that I have that's moons. It's like a moon spread. It's a heart, and there's 10 questions, and it was like, how can I get more love? How can I do this? How can I do that? And everything in that last part of that activation night last night would be good for you. Because it was like, do this, don't do that, you gotta think this way. If you're curious about this, then your person's gonna be curious. Just please listen to that, because I feel like it will help you immensely. In all of those, I did 2 hours almost every night for the past 6 nights. And a lot of the messages have been coming through about hope, about manifesting, about abundance, about our love, about this transition time. So I just think the one last night specifically, when we did that heart thing, would be good for you. If anything, And then you hold a space in your heart to be filled. She got our boobs out, so we can't really show it. But you're gonna fill your heart, and your divine union is gonna come. If you go listen to that stuff about that heart stuff, and you employ that stuff and believe in that stuff, and you'll be the head of the pack. Okay? But it's time to rise above the challenge of the status quo. And it's also, again, you got to look in the books and the hidden mysteries and the wisdom, and cut the shit out of your life that, give those unexpected chops to stuff that's just not working anymore. Like, you just saw what I did. I was like, all right, Bridget Rao channel, chop. Not chop in the sense of I'm deleting it or whatever. It's still going to be a resource for people. It's still going to act as a funnel, but it's going to be me releasing that commitment to something that I don't really want to do, so my resources can flow to me. Because when we're doing things in resistance, or just out of, I feel like I don't want to cut that off because then I'm not going to have that money, and blah, blah, blah. It's not authentic. It's not my passion. I'm not inspired there anymore. I don't like doing it anymore. I haven't liked doing it in a long time, but I keep people pleasing and doing things that aren't right for me. And it's like, no, just do the new you and let that go, and go where you feel good. And do what feels right, because I can't, in my integrity, do the things that I used to do there. So, it's going to be new. Everything's going to be new. We're going to have a new focus, a new thing. So you need to do that too if you want a new beginning with your lover, or a new beginning in your career, or a new beginning in anything. But please listen to that, because I feel like it will help you. All right. I would like for a light awesome sauce. You got the light activation? I'm a little confused at what channel's what. Okay, so the Bridget Rao channel is the big channel. And and it's got 40,000 members on it. It's where I started off originally back in like 2016, and I did my stuff there for all a while, and then the Twin Flame people came, and it was like boom, Twin Flame, and as a business, I knew that if I put other things on there, it was going to hurt the channel's growth and stuff like that. So I made the Divine Essentials channel, never intended for it to grow, never intended for 15,000 members to come to it, never intended for all the abundance that's manifested out of it. I just did it because I knew I wanted to keep honoring myself, doing what I like to do, what my passion was, to do the meditations and things, and Alcyon Light Healing and Moon Key and all of that. So that's the Divine Essentials channel. That's what's staying with me full on right now. So I'm going to be posting stuff full on right now. Bridget Rao channel is just going to be like an archive of Twin Flame stuff. So you're in the right place here. You're on the Divine Essentials channel. You, my website is where I'm going to be posting new offers, which is divineessential.com. So it makes sense. Divine Essential, Divine Essential. If you go on my Instagram, it's Divine Essential. If you go on TikTok, it's Divine Essential. If you go on Facebook, there's a Divine Essentials Facebook page, and then there's some groups under that are available to people to market and work with and use for, all different stuff. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have a lot of stuff. Like I have 20,000 people on TikTok. I got another backup account there with about 12,000 people. I got 12,000 on Instagram. I got this over here. And I'm letting other people utilize that to promote their stuff as a community. There's gonna be like collaborations. There's gonna be things where you tell me I'm gonna interview people in the business, and I'm gonna teach the business. I've been teaching stuff through Alcyon Light Healing for the past year. 77 videos are there, so you can learn on there. But check things out, look around, go to my website. What will help me improve my lifestyle this month, especially around what I eat and how I spend my time. All right, Rick, you're coming out of your cocoon time, so you need to create the pathways, so you know what you need to do. Rick always knows. I feel like Rick is like, just tell me what I already know. Like, you know what I mean? They still want you to be calm and anchoring your energy. They also want you to know that you're not alone in the universe. But school is here and body work is here. So Rick, if you're interested in your body healing, or healing yourself through the food that you eat and all of that stuff, I feel like there may be something or somebody that could give you some sort of schooling around that, like a nutritionist. That, like, you don't have to go pay for this thing either. It's probably 10,000 nutritionists on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever that will give you little tips and tricks. Unless that becomes your major, like, then invest in it. But if you're just interested in, like, how can I, do it right, I feel like there could be some sort of schooling that would help you. And Bodywork says your life purpose involves bodywork, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, and exercise training. So you may even be able to school yourself through learning. I don't know if you're like I am. It's like when I learn something, I write notes. I do better. And they literally say this. Whenever you want to learn something and master something, teach it. In order to master something, you need to teach it. In order to retain something, you need to give meaning to it. This is important. Why? Because of that. So it's important to me to figure out nutrition for me. Why? Because I want to live longer. I want to be healthy. I want to have more energy. I want to feel good. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be killed. I don't want, and like, stay away from the GMO stuff. Start looking. I feel like you should look into growing things at home, like while we still can, because someone's trying to take that freedom away from us so that the genetically modified things that we get have no seeds in it. So that means that when you plant a cucumber, it's going to be a seedless cucumber. So if you want to get cucumber seeds, guess who you need to go to? GMO man, who wants to kill us all. So you're also an energy healer. And look at nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So you could cook, or you could write a book. It rhymes. You could cook or write a book, or you could, even just teach yourself through that concept of what I said. Teach it. Like, make a presentation. Make a good way to have, like, reoccurring money right now for people, and also, like, work on something like this. It's like 2 birds, 1 stone thing. Make digital stuff, like, on Canva for free. Use, like, a template. Fill it in. with all the information, and then sell it as a PDF download for a couple of bucks. And on your videos on YouTube, put that link there so people can go buy that. If you didn't watch my link in the bio video that I did the other night, that will teach you all about what you need to know in terms of that. And then I'm going to have Canva videos coming out. But what I mean about this concept is you can teach yourself the concepts as you write the stuff. Like, I learned a lot about blueberries when I built that Blueberry Man's website. I learned a lot about other concepts when I built their websites. I learned a lot about tarot when I did tarot related stuff, and I learned a lot about astrology when I made the Celestial Oracle deck. It was like I was teaching myself through creating, through mastering it, through teaching it to others. It's like the people back in the day who would sleep on the book and know all the information the next day. It's that concept, but you can also be lucrative in how you do what you do. Look at discipline, ambitious, persistence, Capricorn energy. That's all you need to do to show up for this. And nature's reflections, elements, and dimensions of sediment which sparkle, creating timeless expressions. This is about crystals and the mastery of crystals and like the magic that they hold. They're under the ground and they're in the minerals of this earth. The minerals is where we get our minerals from. So there's so much land out there that's been like, you know, sprayed and messed with. So a lot of the plants and the goodness of the minerals that you would get from, say, a fruit isn't always in the fruit itself. It's in like the land that it came from. And a lot of times things like oranges, they have 10 times more goodness for you in the peel of the orange. But you obviously don't want to be like to a peel. So you can get supplement like powders and stuff. You can watch Medical Medium on he has Instagram lives. He has a Rumble channel because he's been being silenced too recently. He's on Amazon with his books, and he has the cleanses that have changed people's lives. He's been talked to by the Archangel Gabriel, I think, or Uriel, since he was a little boy. And he has gone to famous people in the world and done like mediumship readings for them and readings for them about how to heal their body. What do they need to eat? What are you fighting against? Like, is it like autoimmune? Is it lupus? Is it, Crohn's disease? Is it this thing? Is it that thing? Whatever it is that we're trying to fight or combat. Like, I want my mind to be powerful. He tells you what the best thing is, what the antioxidants are, where you're going to find it. I have blueberries have been coming in big for me lately. And I talked about that thing recently, so you should probably be eating some, you know what I'm talking about. Are you Scorpio? Get that Scorpio? If you were in the womb, so like when you're in the womb of your mother, right, you miss a few months of all the nutrients in that womb. Think about that, down in the ground, getting all the nutrients of the great mother, but in your mother, you're getting all the nutrients of the months that she had you in there. When you go through the astrology thing, there's certain months that aren't there. And I have the right phone to look it up. So, I don't know if I sent this to Abby. I'm supposed to. But I'll have it in my screenshots. So, albums, screenshots. I don't know. Hopefully, I will have the full clip of it. Because I was just trying to grab the clips that I knew was going to be relevant for me. So, I'm born in May 18th. So, some of May, I didn't get her nutrients, you know what I mean? Like, and then she would have gotten pregnant with me in August. So some of August nutrients I didn't get. So it was like the Gemini, the Taurus, the Pisces. No, the Gemini, the Taurus, and the other two in the other direction were the ones that I wouldn't have gotten, like, their nutrients of. But I do have specifically for each one. So you just do the math of like, all right, if I was born on this day, we go back 9 months. I was in her womb all those 9 months, but probably not the full month of the months that she got pregnant. So you'd be good to have some of the food that they talk about for that. It was like blueberries, mushrooms. And for Scorpio, it was like human, It was weird. I'm like, really? Blueberries, mushrooms, and cum. Okay. Can't make it up. It was on the 33rd page of the book too that the guy was showing us. I don't think it was that long ago. Let's see. Yeah, it was after her. It was after that. It was a big, colorful book. Big, colorful book. Did I send it to Abby? Abby, are you here? It was after that. It was after that. Rock the cradle of love. Rock the cradle of love. I just saw myself in a weird position. I'm like, what the hell? I was doing yoga. nothing bad. I'm looking at Bill Gates. I'm such an ass. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it for you guys so that you can. Yeah, it was a thing about him doing money going towards like, putting the age down for consent on children to have sex and stuff, and I was like, where the hell is it? Did Abby answer me? You don't remember seeing? Okay, I didn't send it to you either. Rock the cradle of love. I'm sorry, man. I know you guys want it. Maybe, I think, alright, let's see. That is getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Getting close. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. How to Be an Adult by David Richo and The Mastery of Love, many others, because I want to keep, yeah, and some of those things might be free on YouTube right now for you to listen to as an audiobook, and you can play it, while you're doing other things and all that stuff, but always be aware that a lot of times stuff is out there for free, if you don't have the money for something right now, if you're trying to conserve and save, or if you just want to hear it rather than read it. It depends on you and how you are about stuff. Where the heck is it? Oh yeah, okay, we're getting. I remember that. I told Abby about it on the day, like the next day. So it wasn't that long ago. Abby, how long ago was it when I told you? I'm like, Abby, help me, Abby. Abby's my brain. Abby's my long-term brain, short-term memory. Hi, how are you? Awesome sauce. Okay. I'm trying to help somebody with one thing, and it doesn't want to show me it. It was when we tested before the live. What day did we go live? That was the 5th? Sort. I want date created. Sending. Details. Alright, so we want... No. Screenshot. Album sending. I know I showed you that. I know I made a reel about that. It was like a picture of a fucking rail, so it was like not in a good position, but it was funny. It was after that thing, crazy thing. We're gonna get it, 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 we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, we're gonna get it, we're gonna get it. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit, emissaries, show me. Please, please, please. Please show me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah. I just want to show him the fucking food, man. I guess it's not for you. I'm going to say that. I'm going to give up on it, and it's going to be like the next one I don't click to, because that's how everything ends up being with this weird crap. It's like, oh, I just had to surrender and go one more over. Okay. What day was that? Details. That was the 8th. What day is this? That was the 8th. God damn, Bridget, how many screenshots are you taking? You guys, I take a lot of screenshots because that was the 6th. That was the 6th, so it should be right here. Oh yeah, and I showed you that stuff about 6 years ago, blah blah blah. I was driving for Uber, boo 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 boo, the guy that was doing that thing. It was right around then. And I showed you the earrings, and I showed you Jesus. I showed you Jesus's eagle. I don't know. I don't know where the hell it is. I know I talked to you about it on that day. I could have deleted it because whatever. I'll ask Spirit to bring it back from wherever it is. But it was funny. Look into astrology, like the missing nutrients while you're in the womb of your mother. They had certain ones. I specifically had blueberries, mushrooms, and 2 others that I know I wrote about. But you could speak about it. You could write about it. You could, whatever you want to do about it to help you to retain the information, but you're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly. So just listen to your gut, literally, like if you're starting to feel sick from something, I feel like you need to do like exercise too, or teach exercise. Remember, we're like, let's do some yoga. Let's do yoga. You could literally start your own yoga for men, or your own thing for men that you're you're teaching yourself, but through teaching yourself you're teaching others, making resources of it, and that's going to be helping you heal your body. Because like I said today, if you're an empath, if you're a healer, if you're ADHD, if your neurodivergent brain is a lot of times we can't just show up for ourselves. And I was talking to Jenny about launching a thing where it's some of us are better off with you can't do it, haha. When me and Jenny mess with each other, it's oh, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna do it better. Just mess with each other. You know what I mean? Or nope, you can't do that. You're not good enough. Just somebody to, those restaurants you go to, and they're here's your slop, and they just throw it at you. Do the total opposite of the blow smoke up your bum, type of thing. Because some people who me and Jenny, we don't like it, but it's we came from that type of childhood environment. So sometimes I need that kick in the ass. When YouTube was you can't do this, I was oh, yes, I can. I was evil! Activated. And it's just me feeling you're not going to tell me I can't do it. Now it's on. Now it's on. I'm going to do it. All the way. And that's what we need sometimes as people here, to get that a healthy sense of competitiveness, or a healthy sense of just haha, not take everything so serious. It doesn't always have to be rainbows and unicorns, depending on who you are. But there's other people out there who need the unicorns and rainbows and the gentle sensitivity. They can't take the constructive feedback. They need a mothering, nurturing thing. So it's which one do you want to be in? You want the tough love sessions? Which people know me by now. They know I'm a little tough love. But I also nurture within it. I'm very loving and nurturing to people within it. But with Jenny, I can kind of let the other half of me out, where I'm and just stupid about stuff. And she's not going to be offended by it or cry about it. And the same with me. It's actually good for us, because we're yeah, I'll show you, bitch. I'm gonna do better. And it's just one of those things. But I tell people all the time, whoever you are, look for the people like you. So what? You can't do it, bitch. They're hiding you things because they're this is toxic. This might not be nice. I'm gonna show it. Show it. The competitive, yes, we need that sometimes. Not all of them, but sometimes we do. But, it's just one of those things. Like, how does it work for you? How can you build it in your life? How can you be reminded of it every day? How can you have that infinite abundance that your creative expression is like, yeah, this is the way I need to do it. You know, like, I need somebody to write me a book that makes sense to my mind. That's not like, oh, you can do it if you just put your foot forward. It's like, you can't do it. You're too dumb. Oh, yeah? Like, you know? And again, you everybody has the way to do it. Everybody, and it doesn't matter. Like I told Jenny, and I told somebody, like, I don't know who I told it to. There's too many of them. I was like, people love, yeah, no, I think it was Jenny. But I said the same thing to Abby. I was like, people love you, who you are. Yeah, it was both of them. Because then Jenny got somebody telling her, oh, you're a ray of sunshine. I just love your personality. Just in her everyday life. It was like, I'm really drawn to you. And then Abby, like, was talking about bones. And not everybody's going to be interested in bones. But the people who are the people she wants. Or the people who are, like, they're happy to watch her be, like, all excited about bones. There's somebody out there for everything. It doesn't matter what your thing is. If you want to be yelled at, or you want to be coddled, or you want to be bone, or you want to be this, it doesn't matter. Just put yourself out there. But you need to know who you are in order for you to write the right book, or for you to find the right book, or you to work on your body and to let go of what society thinks or expects, or the flock hive mind, and be individual on your own, and decide what you want to do. Be firm, commit, resolve. That's that same Capricorn energy. Break the negative cycle of, oh, I'm going to try it, but then I don't do it. How can you do it? How can you motivate yourself? You know, is it that thing? Do I need someone to tell me that I can't do it, so then I prove it? Or do I need it to be like someone that's nurturing and loving me and giving me a gold sticker every day? It doesn't matter what the answer is. You know where you thrive. So make it up to you. And perspective positioning. Shift your perspective. Think about the times where you thrived the most. When it was like, was it when I was having like a healthy competitive edge? Or was it when I was being really like supported? Or was it when I was all by my own? You know, because we want to stop doing the cycle of feast and famine, or the cycle of, because what feast and famine is like, oh, I'm going to hit rock bottom again, and then I'm going to bust my ass because I'm in the fight or flight cycle, and I'm constantly traumatizing myself and hitting rock bottom, building myself back up, self-sabotaging because I don't feel comfortable up here. I'm not supposed to have all this abundance. I'm not worthy of all this. Back down to the bottom. And it doesn't matter what it is or what you're doing. The light codes of awakening are breaking the old paradigms. So you know what you need to do. You're about to come into a season of expansion, and you're shaking up the monotony. So don't feel like you need to fit in a mold, and don't feel like you need to do what everybody else does, because those time to shift. And the sweet treats of like delicacy and a nice little tantalizing dessert fantasy is what this is about. It's like, yes, that things are coming. You're loyal, you're intuitive, you're mysterious. You've got everything you need to do. So look at the patterns. Where did I thrive? Where did I fall? Where did I do good? Where did I trip myself up? So we can strategize and get radiant. Every moment has a purpose of its own, yet you're about to see the light shine on the places that you've outgrown. So you know what you're doing. You know that the food's not good for you anymore. Clarity will shine upon you again. Open your eyes and smile with new friends. And look, inspire, elevate, integrate. Make your own community of people that like are in that thing with you. Or just join up where you feel like the most best version of yourself. Like, where do I want to do this? Where do I want to be integrated and included? You want to stay and do business stuff? Do you want to stay and do music stuff? Do you want to collaborate it all together? Do you want to do the food stuff? You know, and don't cut yourself short, because a lot of us are multidimensional. We're here to show this world a new way of being. We're here to show them that you don't have to be what the system thinks you to be. We want to take, what am I good at? What am I like smart about? What do people come to me for? Those types of things into our lives, but then know ourselves well enough to know what approach is going to be the right approach for me. And just trust your gut. Look, the sun will illuminate you. You have the clarity. At least you know. A lot of people would never even think about that stuff. Spread your wings and rise into the dark, stormy skies. Trust your inner knowing and see the sun rise. The sun card was literally just here. You already know. So trust, like, well, oh look it, there's the I circulate death and rebirth, deep bond, sex, all of that stuff. You might need to eat that. Maybe you weren't there in the womb for that. I don't know what you need to do, man. But you may need to like make new deep bonds or deepen your bonds with people or just have the death rebirth where now it's time for me to rebirth. I'm letting go of the darkness. You told me you were in a cocoon last month. I'm coming out of my cocoon. I'm going to trust what my body tells me I want without going to GMOs, without going to bad food, without whatever. I'm going to breakfast. I'm going to take a fast in the morning, keep my body pure. I'm going to fill up with protein and nutrients, and literally is protein for the thing that they said, and they were like human protein. And I'm gonna shed the past. I'm gonna go through the secrets. Look at what the people out there are doing that are like at the top of their game in that field, and that's gonna give you a lot of insight on it. I don't know if you've ever heard of Kajava. It's like a shake, because I'm not good at like eating food. I'm good at eating food, but like healthy food and stuff. Kajava has like all these minerals and all that stuff I was talking about. It's like a shake, so you could get chocolate or vanilla or whatever, but it's like it's like a meal replacement, so you don't have to have breakfast. You could have that, and it gives you energy and the vitamins and the things inside of it that's like, yeah, I feel good. But there's other ones out there that aren't that, but this is a new one that's like an all natural vegan, like spiritually inclined type of thing. It's a membership thing program that you get your food sent to you every month, but there's others out there that do the same type of stuff, and you can decide every day, I'm going to throw some blueberries in there. I'm going to throw some bananas in there. I'm going to throw some mushrooms in there. I'm going to throw whatever in there that you want to do. Because there's one that's unflavored too. So it's like you flavor it to whatever. People put kale into those. Smoothies or shakes has literally saved my life. Because I can't always eat the food that's on this planet. But the shakes are always good. I do frozen yogurt because it's not ice cream because I'm lactose intolerant. I do almond milk because again, lactose intolerance. I do peanut butter. I do chocolate, peanut butter, ashwagandha. I squirt in there. Zinc. I squirt in there. Lemon balm. I squirt in there. And then I take this. This has been very, very helpful for me. This is helping me to get rid of, if you've got anything in you that's not good, the wormwood combination will help you to get rid of like parasites and stuff like that. And it's literally cassia, black walnut leaf, wormwood herb, and cloves with male fern root. And it was on Amazon. It's linked in my bio on Instagram. And if you go to my resources page on my website, there's a resources page. There's my Amazon shop, but there's also my Snip Feed. Snip Feed has it listed on there. And I think I have it listed in the description box of my other videos on this channel. What? Well, it was. It's okay. Alright, so let's see. They like to mess with me. 8 is a good one for abundance. Alright. Ooh, what is that? I told you, man. There's a wormwood combination. Just like my dad. I'm just kidding. Never hear me. You never listen to me. This message is held for review. Show it. Yeah, no, it's I think I even sent you the link, but if you go through my Snip Feed or to my Instagram, it's right there, and it's under $20 for it. It's like $15, but it's the wormwood. But there's other ones out there that get rid of the things in us that are not good for us. All right, where was I? Rick. Something came up for you this week, but now you can't remember what it was. You gotta write it down, Rick. Get yourself a little recorder, like you know what I mean? If it's something important or you feel inspired by, write it down. Sometimes it will come back around, but like it will take a year. So if you don't want it to take a year, write it down. Plus, writing down is huge in manifesting. Anything you write, ask Jenny. I told her about scripting. She's scripting. She's telling me today about all the stuff she's manifested like overnight, like very quickly. Alrighty. I'd like to know if the person I like has similar feelings towards me. I don't want to ruin a friendship thinking that there could be more between us. Okay, so let's see what comes through for that. Kiss me. There's magic in your kiss, something so sweet on your lips. When darkness is fighting to overcome light, expect the rebirth of death into life. I feel like there's gonna be like a rebirth. There is unconditional love there, but I feel like right now there's like a time of shifting between the two of you. I feel like this person thinks about kissing you, but expect that by Christmas, because that's so interesting. The other one was the fall equinox. By the fall equinox, or not the fall, yeah, well, whatever it is, the fall, when we shift at the fall, it's like when the light is overcoming the dark, that type of thing. That's, when is that? October, Samhain, okay? 31st of October time, around then, things are going to start shifting. And then December 21st, I feel like is going to be a pivotal time for you. And then by Christmas, expect another person under your tree, like gifts under your tree for another person. Because when gifts are placed under the tree, expect extra company. That's when either you're going to kiss or something's going to happen. But right now, this person's afraid, just like you are. People mirror us. When people come into our life and they mirror us, no matter what it is. If you think it's your twin flame, if you're like, I think this might be my twin flame, they're going to mirror you and your fears. I don't want to do this and mess up our friendship. They're going to say, I don't want to do this and mess up our friendship. You know what I mean? Like, literally, people need to realize that if you're doubting in the back of your head, is this my twin flame? Your twin flame's going to do it back to you. Doesn't matter who you are, masculine or feminine. It doesn't have to be twin flame. Everybody is like this in our lives. When you start getting weird with your friends, or you start getting weird with your family, you start getting weird with the people that you see all the time at work or in whatever, they do it back to you. They start getting questionable about you. You know what I mean? So you've got to get rid of those fears and those doubts. And this has been a recurring message on the lives that I've been doing all week. It's like, trust, have faith, believe. And if you don't, and I had a conversation with someone, I'm like, you love that person. You're in love with that person. So what does it matter? What does it matter what all the things are? If you're in love with that person, why waste your fucking time not being fully embracing it? And once you fully embrace it and you act like it as a feminine woman and just like, I'm open to receiving from this person, or however the role is, maybe it's two women coming together, it doesn't matter, but just being in the thing of knowing that if I feel this way, they probably feel this way. And if I'm nervous, then they're probably nervous. So I'm not going to be nervous anymore. I'm going to be more forward, but not in my role of who I am, without being inauthentic to who I am or overdoing it. But also, in this time of reality, I feel a lot of us are here to integrate the masculine and feminine in a balance within ourselves. So yeah, sometimes you can kiss them first. Yeah, sometimes you can make the phone call first. Yeah, sometimes you can pay for the date. Yeah, sometimes you can take the lead. But if they notice how they react to those things and take the cues from themselves, because everybody knows how other people interact with them. We can tell when someone's uncomfortable. We can tell when we push the wrong button. We can tell when someone's getting upset. So we just pull back. But a year from now, you will be on your way. You're going to be in a totally different position with this person. Time for a change. You've got to change. And just like that, they will be there for that. Create and inspire. It'll set your life on fire. You're the artist of your life. 1111 awakening codes. Pay attention to these codes. Pay attention to the time to change. Know that this time where you're not together in that way is balancing the scale of karma and things, because if you've had karma with someone, it's better off to be friends with them at that time where you clear all that karma and those triggers, because it's not like when you're in a relationship and fight, break up, and never talk again. Let's work on it as friends. Are you still mad at me? Let's get over it. Let's move on. And approach logic creatively. Logic is the masculine, creative is the feminine. So merging those two things together, being the balance of both of those things, calm the raging sea, become stress-free, know that you have a foundation that's protected with a divine masculine, and create and set your life on fire, because it's going to bring you abundance. It's going to take you across the pathway the way you need to go. What is true? Who is real? What would the time reveal? Your confusion is going to be healed when you realize your fears and your consciousness shifts about this. This person does... probably like you. Yeah, this is your divine masculine. This person likes you. Open a book, take a look. The answers you seek will come this week. Start looking into like the subtle signs of attraction. Start looking into how do I know he likes me, or whatever it is that you're called to look at. But just know that like we're usually we're usually mirroring people. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups. He wants to be loved by you. How good it is to be loved by you. But he's afraid of a tower, just like you are. I don't want to ruin our friendship. I don't want to look like a fool. I don't want to try something and end up looking, oh man, I'm so dumb. But we got to overcome those wounds and those things that we've had. Nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to be like, oh, I don't know about that. Nobody wants that. But if you're strong and you're powerful and you know that they'd be crazy to say no, and you speak your truth and you take the action and you don't hold back and you don't wait to plant the seeds of potential that you want to grow, your life can give you that new beginning of love instantaneously. But if you hold on to the burdens of the broken hearts and the times of the past and you go, I don't know, maybe, they're going to do the same thing back to you. And nobody's going to speak their truth. Nobody's going to take that action. Nobody's going to be the romantic, like, because you're both being awkward and weird about it, but you both don't know. But somebody needs to just speak the truth. And I feel like you guys may bring out the child in each other too, like a nervousness around each other. So just go slow. Just go slow. Don't rush it. But make it obvious that you're interested in love. Make it obvious that you like them, that they're sexy, that there's something good about them. Don't be afraid. Nobody ever wants to hear, like, you're not sexy, I'm not attracted. They love to hear that shit. So tell them the truth. Speak up. Take action. Communicate what you feel. Release the fears, because the fears are going to leave you out in the woods by yourself all cold. Or you could be like this, all embraced and loved, And in worst case scenario, you may have to walk away because of whatever. But do you want to sit there going like this? I don't know. And like never know, we gotta know. So if you're worried about being rejected, wait a little bit and give yourself time to build it up, to do what I said, like create the thing, show that you're interested, but without being like overly the top. Let him make the space too. A lot of men are afraid at this time in our world, where back in the day men would do the approaching, men would do the stuff, but so many men have been shot down by such douchebag women that they won't try anymore, or they need you to let them know, like, sign's open, come on in, it's this way, come on. Back in the day, the women would do something to give the sign to the man. We don't do this shit anymore because everybody wants to be all independent, but they would be like, oh, I dropped my little thing. And wait for him to come pick it up for her and give him, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, how are you? What a gentleman you are. And we don't do that shit anymore. But because women are like, I want to be independent, I get my own thing. Ooh, yeah. So they're afraid to do a lot of stuff. Plus, we have everybody out there talking about, like, you go to the gym, right? And there's a girl like, oh my God, there's a guy over there looking at me as I'm doing this. It's like, of course he is. Like, who cares? You don't need to post it on social media that he's like, whatever. Like, make him feel like a bad guy for doing what guys do. And he may not even be looking at you. And you've got a camera set up. So, of course, people are going to look, what are you doing? The other night I walked into the store, and there was a guy there with his camera set up, and he's like, hey, guys, I'm going to be the winner. And I was looking at him because I was like, oh, well, I couldn't do that. I can do it here in the protection of my home. But if, like, someone was here with me that didn't start off the live with me, like, as a planned thing, that would throw me all off. Everybody's different. Everybody, we need to realize, like, things are so different now from what it was in the past. But, like, some people are more forward, some people aren't. Whoever you are at your core, take the stage of, like, what you need to do for yourself but bring back those concepts. Give him the opportunity to show you that he would like, that you would like him to woo you or to pursue you or to do whatever. And if it's different roles, think about it in the way that the roles fit, masculine and a woman, or man and woman, or woman and woman, or man and men. Who's taking the lead? Because there's always going to be a lot of people end up getting to that 3-month point where the power struggle hits, and then they fall apart because the power struggle, is different now than it used to be. Men used to be the breadwinner, the man, the badoo badoo, and the women were like the homemaker, the woman, like the mom at home. And now we have all these blended roles, and we have to figure out our roles, and we have to figure out how to integrate those old ways of being into the new days and the new ways, and just letting things flourish. Everybody's so stressed out about I got whatever, they don't have fun. And then everybody's looking at everybody's shit online. Is that about me? Oh my god. And everybody's getting all like comparing and contrasty. Social media has been very toxic in that way for people in love and all of that. And so, some of the stuff that's happened with women's rights and all of that has been detrimental in the way of like women no longer show up as women, or they're afraid to, and men are no longer showing up as men because they're afraid to. And now we have all these people all over the planet that are like, I don't know what to do, I don't know if he likes me. We have all these avoidancy things, we have all these attachment things that are like, that it's like nobody showed how to love anymore, because nobody's been loving right anymore for a long time. Even like when we think back to the old day, a lot of times it was messed up love when someone, oh, they were really in love. Oh, that was totally codependency. Okay, so we're healing all of that stuff. We're overcoming all that stuff, but try to integrate the sweetness of the old days, because the Six of Cups is about like the past lives. Don't be like a cold-hearted bitch, or protect yourself out of the fear of what ifs. Be warm, open, and inviting. Don't be afraid of being vulnerable and expressive. Know that men aren't usually the ones that are going to do that. And if it's a woman, maybe it's easier for that. But with the judgment, it's up to you to make that judgment call. And I feel like you need to work on your strength right now. And like I said, by Samhain, which is not that far away, it's October 31st, that's going to be your transition time. That's when you're going to be, and again, look at it, it's like, that's like, they call that time where people hook up together. It's like cuffing season, okay? It's cuffing season. He's gonna want to cuff up with you to spend the nice winter warm together. So have that projected in there, but let him or her or whoever, know in the meantime that you're interested and that you find them attractive and they're so funny and oh my god, heal their heart, heal your heart. Know that if he is chivalry and the one for you, the seeds will be planted and it will grow. But I do feel like they're interested in taking things the next notch with you, but they're afraid. So you both need to commit to yourselves, to improve yourselves, to improve your ability to feel good about yourselves and your what you're offering, and know that that cycle will come to an end and the love that you want to give will be reciprocated. But it's up to you to make the choices on your path to get there. Slower or faster is up to you. So like when you get a reading and I tell you like, oh, someone, we can speed that up based on you, based on what you do when you leave here. Right now the projected time is someone, but King of Wands tells me that you can definitely speed this up if you're sexy and you're confident and you know that you deserve a valuable good start with this without the fear of rejection. If you start being, he's gonna reject me, don't fucking say shit that day, because you will manifest this, because what we focus on is what we create. What we project is what happens. If you're like, I don't know, then don't do it. But if you are like, I'm sure I'm not going to be knocked over, I'm sure I've made that judgment call, he's going to want my cup of love, I know he wants me, I know we're going to celebrate, I know, then that's the day to do it. But don't be under the shroud of, I don't know, All right. I'd like to know what area is a business I need to go into, how to make money, and lots of it. Alright. So let's see. I just saw Twin Flame. Twin Flame. No, I got author and light of love. So you could be writing. Your purpose is to bring divine healing and light in love to this world. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. It's time for your career change. You are embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance that you desire and deserve. And children are here, so you may need to make like a children's book that teaches about the concepts. Now think about how, look at books, write. So you need to write, and you could think about the fact of like, if I want to teach chakras, It's going to be much easier for me to teach and integrate and be the master of it when I teach it, but also to children. Because children are not going to be as advanced as, like, you, especially if you get nervous. I don't know, I'm afraid to take that thing, and blah, 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 blah. Children aren't going to be an expert in chakras. Children aren't going to be an expert in crystals. Children don't need a masterpiece of a book for it to get published and be lucrative. And I was saying this earlier when I was saying to, write that book about put it out there as a PDF download. Amazon Kindle is one of those places right now. And you self-publish. You don't need a publisher. You don't need anybody to do that for you. Go on Canva, write it up, put it up there, sell it, $2.99, boom, 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 boom. Start making a series of them. Start making them so that they work together. Find the other places that are like that. Like, there's a lot of places, people who have those. There's the Kindle, right? But then there's the other place where people have an app and they get the credits every week for their month, for their books. You can put things on there so people can download with their credit. Jenny was talking about the other day, I can't think of the name of it. You can also be a speaker. So people who write books end up speaking about the topics. And then if you start off with children's books or whatever, it doesn't matter, but you start off with the book that you want to write, then you go talk to the people about the stuff in the book. You could do music. You could write a book about artistry. You could write a book about all the things that there are out there about spirituality. Like, there's spiritual healers in music. There's spiritual healers in writing. There's spiritual healers in this. There's spiritual healers in that. Then you have a big on thing about it, that you learn about it. You master the information because you're teaching about it through writing it. But then you get that eye of, like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to do it. That's how I want to do it. But you have the freedom to decide what you want to do with the books. So if you want to write the books, read the books, speak. Like, some people, if you have a nice voice, they will pay you to do a recording of the book. Like I said, some of the books are on here, like Audible. Audible will pay people to read the book. If you got a cool voice, they will pay you. You put out a thing like, oh, hey, this is my voice. Jenny has like a Bronx, she could do the Bronx one. Some other people have like things that they can do on command. Other people just have that booming voice. Like, think about when you listen to a book or you listen to like something that you typed in and then it speaks for you. A lot of times there's certain voices associated with those. So if you have like the radio voice or this voice or whatever, you can get paid for your voice. You could get paid to speak. You could write the book, narrate the book, allow the book to be out there as a PDF download. And there's people making massive monies off of this right now because it's not something well known, because it's a royalty. When you're making royalties, you make big money. That's why designers who design something and they get the royalties are roiling it in. Musicians get the royalties, they're railing it in. You write the book, you publish it in all these places. Amazon, Kindle, the other place there that I said that has the Audible. There's plenty of apps like that. And then you market it, you put it out there, you put an ad on it, you tell people about it, but you have the freedom to do whatever you want. But I feel like starting by writing is going to help you for your creative expression. And again, don't limit yourself on what you write about. Learn about the things that you're interested in deeper by writing about them. And then, come up with your practice. But you could write about animals, you could write about yoga, you could write about the freedom that there is within energy healing, about being a leader, about being a counselor, about being a healer on the planet. Nobody needs to have like a PhD or anything like that to write a book. Nobody needs to know everything about anything to do any of this stuff. You just have to be like able to come, and people will know when they read the book if you didn't do all the research, if you lie your ass off in it, or you don't do a good thing. People will know that, and they will leave a review on it, and other people won't bother with that. So you be your own integrity thing on there, knowing I'm going to research this, I'm going to cross-fact it, and that way I'm teaching myself all about this stuff, and I'm becoming the expert of this stuff. And whatever calls to me, I really like that, I want to go learn more about that, maybe that's where you go next. But that is one of those ways right now. We got to get rid of the stuff that we don't need. People are stuck in the old, ways of doing things, which is fine. We can still do the old ways of doing things, but if you really want to be lucrative right now, you need to be able to, do the digital stuff. like where it's like I make it one time and I sell it 1,000,000,000 times. That's the only way you're ever going to have recurring income and a lucrative thing where links are just constantly, and then you keep making things that lead to it, whether it's an advertising or whether it's a this, like these videos are a funnel that funnel people to my other stuff. I want to work with her. I want to get this from her. I want to know that. When I go live, that's a funnel. Other people do paid funnels where it's an advertisement that goes by on Facebook or it's an advertisement that goes by here. And other people don't need to do that at all. If you go on Etsy, you can post, go on Etsy, take a look at all the things that are published on there that are digital downloads. My best-selling thing that sold the most times was a bestseller journal, manifesting journal, 25-page manifesting journal. I had so many people reach out to me that wanted to buy it from me so that they could resell it. I had people like asking me to design them one, which that's another thing that I'm going to be doing for people. So if you're not a designer but you have content you want to put into a book, I'm going to be helping people with that. Just all of those things. But you have what it takes. You just got to clear your head and make the smart decisions and research the stuff. Look into the books. Like, I feel like books are going to help you in many ways. They're going to help you become the majestic authority within your life, but the majestic authority of the information within it. And then it's going to help you be the emperor to take charge in your life and go out to the public venues and just use it as a stepping stone. But just know, like, relative things that people can do that are inexpensive, people love that. $2 here, $5 here, and then figure out, all right, what else can I do from this? Or maybe you just do that and you just make a massive library of all those things. You become known for it. And maybe you're the next Audible person. Never limit how far you can go with something. You know, never limit like, oh, I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to do that. Because those are the people who end up failing, is that when that thing, that newest thing that everybody's focused on and buying goes out, it's like, now I got to shift over here and do this new thing that everybody's focused on and buying and wanting. But I think that would be, a place for you to start and research so you get inspired about other things you want to learn about. And just don't let the fears of the past block you. Don't let the karmas out there, people who hate and whatever. Don't let other people's opinions block you. Know that you're a single, sexy, confident, independent version of yourself, ready to be the King of Pentacles, which is abundant and manifesting and solid, and you did all the work. You know what you're doing. You're planting your seeds of potential. You can be successful at anything you want to do at any time, but you need to decide what that is for you. Nobody else can decide it for you. So walk away from the doubts and the fears and the I don't knows and start saying, everything's falling into place for me. I know exactly who I am, where I am, what I want to be. I am the Queen of Pentacles. I am abundant. I am nurtured. I am loved. I am worthy. I am on fire. I am the Queen of Desire. I make what I love be my manifested thing. I'm done judging myself. I am happy. I'm releasing my fears. And I'm freaking strong. And I will be abundant. This chapter of not knowing, this chapter of not growing, this chapter of not doing, this chapter of getting screwed over, this chapter of waiting and holding and blah blah blah, it's over. Now it's time for me to feel inspired. I'm not going to look at the zeros anymore. I'm not going to look at the I don't knows anymore. I'm not going to look at the shit that's always made me feel bad. I have what it takes inside of me. I'm going to build myself up. And that's the only way we can be it. It's hard out here because when you are this woman, when you're the entrepreneur, when you know that you're good at what you do, when you know that you deserve to be given money for your time and energy, and when you walk away from the shit show and the people, or you start putting yourself out there, people bitch about it. People get all upset about it because they're still in the same place. They're still doing the same things. So don't let that shit stop you. And just know, having haters is a good thing. Making changes that are scary is an even better thing because it means you're doing something right. And that's the only way you're ever going to have your goal that was in reach come into your hand. By illuminating, trusting, disconnecting from the outside, and just trusting. Be open to communication from unexpected places, the right opportunities falling in your lap, the perfect thing that you love to do, and rise to the occasion because a comforting presence is on the way. Deep memories are stirring. Words cannot even express how abundant and beautiful your life is going to be when you believe that, when you feel that, when you know that, you trust that, and you act like that's what it is going out the gate. You're open to whatever Spirit wants to tell you? All right. 6 of Cups, we already know that. We have the death card here. So you've been through your death. You're coming through the rebirth. What you've been given is what you're receiving. And that's good. Because, like, I feel like that's why, like, you defeated the narcissist at work. It's time to get over that. Now it's time to level up. You know this. You're doing this. You're taking this next step. It's going to be a slow go in the beginning. We're not going to be, nobody's an overnight, wow, here's $1 million. It just doesn't happen that way. You know, it takes stages because we're never at that stage out the gate. We're on a frequency and we start going up to the next frequency and we go to the next frequency. So your slow go to those next frequencies is going to make you happy and you get to decide. But you need to stop with the and just decide and just try it. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Then you know to do the other thing or to try something else. Poll your audience. Ask your people what they want from you so you can deliver what they want instead of trying to guess. Because when we try to like do it all ourselves and put it all up, a lot of people are like, I want to accommodate all people. I want to help everybody. In the beginning, yeah, maybe that's the way to go about it. So you figure out who your people are that your best fit is to help. But like I always say, your journey of the hero or your hero's journey, which you will hear about from the man that writes all these books about this stuff, he will tell you the hero's journey is the whole concept of what you want to be doing. What have you overcome? What have you defeated? What are you trying to overcome? Yoga by the stars, like I said, guys, could do some yoga. But .com secrets, traffic secrets, Russell Brunson, this is his. He gets all weird about this type of stuff since he was a little boy. He's been obsessive about it. I don't like the whole, hey, let's lie to people. Hey, let's manipulate people. Let's do the, scarcity tactics and stuff like that. But he has good points. So if you don't have this series from him, this will help you to grow and build your online business. If you don't follow him, he will help you to grow your online business. He has all the secrets. He has all the stuff. He's masterminded. He does click funnels, okay? You don't need to have click funnels to have a funnel. Your link in a bio is your funnel. All that stuff is your funnel. The video I did the other night, the 40-minute one, you gotta watch that because it's gonna help you. Books like this will help you to know what you need to do, to not sabotage yourself, but also being with me at this point because I've been at that stage, right, where I've done these things. I know I don't want to go down the road of manipulation tactics and asshole tactics because it's just not where I'm at. So I've learned his stuff. I've learned other people's stuff. I've paid thousands of dollars for this stuff. But I'm doing it in a way that's different. You and I have a lot in common. So just know that like you're at the right place right now for your expansion, for your growth. So you don't self-sabotage. But you got to take action. You got to communicate. You got to travel. And we talked about where you best shine. You best shine doing this. So you need to go live. You need to put yourself out there. Don't hide away. Don't wait. Take the action. Jump in. Work together with the people that make sense to work together. Feel inspired. And do what you need to do to be the empress. Plant the seeds to grow and open up and trust. But you need to cut out the this is like for you. The Queen of Swords is like you need a Queen of Swords yourself. You need to be like, no bitch, I am worthy. No bitch, I am good. And whenever you need the pep call, the pep talk, you keep telling yourself that. When you find yourself getting burdened and weighed down or whatever, remember to take care of yourself. You need to sleep. You need to eat. You need to rest. You need to have times off. When I got off the phone with you today, I started talking to Abby through the thingy, that the voice thing. And she's like, I was like, oh, blah, 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 schedule. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, like I've been doing that. She's doing this thing on Tuesday, this thing on Thursday, this thing on Wednesday, this thing on that day. And then she gives herself this day off. And this day is like an in-between day. And it was literally everything I had just fucking said to you about your scheduling, your things for content creation and for scheduling content and for creating things or being receptive on one day and being productive on another, making your podcast on this day, chopping it all up on that day, putting it out there on these places the next day. So talk to Abby about hers because hers sounded pretty good. It sounded very much like what I said to you. She's like, oh yeah, this day's the day. Like when I was like, maybe on Sunday, she's like, yeah, Sunday I don't do anything. Like it was exactly what I said to you. And also, don't be afraid to shine. You are a light. You are a sunshine. You are my sunshine. You are sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know how much. So 5 of Cups, you don't be sad. Know that you're loved. Know that it's going to be so good for you. And I really do believe that we should do that thing where we're like, we're going to have the tough love version of stuff. Build an empire. You want to build an empire here? You can't. You know, just something wicked weird like that. And practice makes perfect. So don't worry if you mess up. Don't worry if you're not perfect. You know, nobody's perfect. Nobody's ever gonna be perfect. Nobody's ever gonna know everything there is to know about anything that there is out there, because it's always growing. It's always expanding. It's always getting bigger. People are always changing. But you're a spiritual teacher. And now it's time for you to do that. So I made the video earlier today. I was like, again, saying sometimes we can't plan and prepare everything because Spirit steps in and is like, no, you're not doing that today. You're doing this today. No, that's not where you're going anymore. You're going this way. And if you don't listen to me, you're going to pay. And you do. And you know that because you've been through that and you want the support of Spirit. So your life purpose fully supports you. If you don't feel fully supported, then you're not doing your life purpose. But you know your life purpose is infinitely abundant. You know you're right on the path of your least resistance. You know you're an energy healer. I keep telling you this. I keep telling you that you already do it. You don't need to lean on Pierre. You don't need to lean on Bridget. You don't need to lean on anybody because individually on your own, you're good enough as you are out the gate, and you could figure it out on your own from scratch if you needed to. But you don't need to because we're together. We can work together. We can build together. And that's the thing that a lot of people out there don't do. They get all like, I'm gonna block it all. I'm gonna keep it all for myself. I'm not gonna teach anybody my secrets. It's my secret. Why? There's there's a lot of billions of people out there, man. There's more than enough for everybody. Nobody needs to be fearful. Nobody needs to be alone. That's a pandemic, or the new pandemic, or the new tragedy of the world, I guess, is like I saw a guy, he's one of those people, he puts you to sleep when you go for anesthesia. People who are lonely do some certain thing when they are going under. And it's like, it's an epidemic across the world right now. People are lonely. Gee, I wonder why. Because you scared the shit everybody with the thing, right? And then, now, the people who you scared the shit out of it successfully enough are still afraid to be near other people because they don't want to get sick. They don't want to die. So everybody's alone and miserable and sad. Connect with your people. We see what they've done here. We know, look at serpent secrets, hidden in plain sight. Take rulership over those who sleep and simply give over, relinquish their right, their control, and their power. It is easier for them to obey and to follow. Some people are stuck there, but you're not there. You know what you're doing, and it's radiant times. Every moment has a purpose and a beauty of its own, but you're about to see the light shine on the things that you've outgrown. So you're outgrowing all that stuff. The Divine Dream Portal is here. Open it up and manifest, but be very mindful of what you're writing and speaking and thinking. And then grow by just doing and taking the messy, scary actions, because those are going to be the most... You saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video I posted today yet, but the one I did today, it was a short 20-minute one. I was down there doing dishes. I had no makeup on. I hadn't slept. Like, stop worrying about what things look like. If it's perfectly, aligned yet, people are going to love you, resonate with you. They're going to come to you for what you do. And they're not going to care about all the bells and whistles and shit like that. And if they do, then they're not for you. Because nobody is perfect. And you want the people who are okay with you when they value you. Not what your website looks like, not what this does, or not what that does, or who someone else was that you taught with, or whatever. They value your perspective. They value your time. They value your energy. They know that you know what you're doing. You don't need to tell them anything about anything other than what you believe and feel and are good and strong in, and the right people will come and stay. Shelly, hi Bridget, good day. My question is, what does the girl I like think and feel about me, and if it's okay for me to remain quiet since we are not talking, and I do miss her, but I don't want to ruin it. Okay. You don't want to ruin it by messaging them, you mean? I don't know what you mean about ruin it. Sometimes that right there, that thought of I'm going to ruin it if I say something... is it similar to what that other person asked me? I feel like you need to change this the other person that asked me up there was like, I like somebody, but I don't know if they like me back. Okay, so it's like the magician is here, right? And this happens. People come to these things when they're dealing with the same things, and it's always going on. Some people are all over here in this corner. They're like, hey, I like this person. I'm not sure if they like me back. I don't want to ruin it. And then this person over here is like, we're on the precipice of a change of our career, but I don't know what to do. And like, there's a bunch of people under there. So the messages that I speak end up going across the board for all of them, really, in a way. But like, they kind of resonate back and forth to each other. So I feel like it's time to transform those fears of I'm not good enough. Those fears of I'm going to sabotage, I'm going to mess it up, I'm going to ruin it, I don't want to ruin it, so I'm going to step back, I'm going to be quiet. I don't want to say anything. I like this person, but I don't want to cause conflict. I just sit here and look at them from afar. That's never going to get you anywhere. And so what I just said to this other person, if you want a valuable new beginning where you're happy and you're like, yeah, I did it. I'm inspired. You got to make the decision, but without this. So don't say it on the day that you're feeling all anxiety and stressed out about it. If you need to hermit away for a time, listen to your gut instinct of, I need to do this for a little time. I need to build me up. I need to feel good about myself. I need to feel like I'm worthy of this love. I need to feel worthy of this. I need to know that it's not going to ruin it because it's meant to be. I can't juggle these things in my life. This is what I said last night in that live too that I wanted other people to listen to. The live last night from my Instagram. There's a love thing on it, and it's like when you are curious as maybe they're not into me, when you are curious of maybe they're not the one for me, when you leave that doorway open for any of that shit, you create that shit. That becomes an option. Maybe they're talking to someone else. Maybe they like somebody else. Maybe they're better off with someone else. Maybe it's gonna ruin it if I do this. Maybe. They all become available to you because there's multi-dimensional timelines. When people ask me about their future, I see like multiple things that could possibly happen based off of what they do next. If they go right or they go left. Not necessarily specifically that, but like if I don't talk to them, I'm going down this path. If I talk to them and I tell them I'm going down this path, but then there's the other one. It's like if I talk to them and tell them how I feel in this energy, I'm going to really get what I feel of like, oh, it's not good, it's going to ruin it. Because I'm thinking that I'm going to see that, I'm going to be in that reality. Doesn't matter if that's what it is, because you could still overcome that by being like, all right, even though I ruined it, I can save it. But you got to believe that, know that, whatever. But instead of going down that path, go down the path of, no, this is not going to ruin it. This is going to make it better. This is going to be great. But you've got to truly believe it. You can't go down that path with the doubt. You can't go down that path with that, maybe I don't know. You can't go down the path with the back and the forth bullshit because you will get the back and the forth like creation of it. They might show interest one day and the next day be like, no. And the next day be like, I like you. And the next day be like, no. Because you aren't curious enough about yourself to know that I can manifest anything I want because I'm the creator of my reality and we are all living in a simultaneous version of reality with dimensions and timelines. And you can jump timelines and you can jump dimensions whenever you need to, literally physically do this to an extent because everybody else out there is their own creator. So if someone hates you out the gate, then maybe we don't want that person anyways. But if they are aligned to you and meant to be with you and you like them and whatever, get rid of the fears and the doubts of it ruining it. Get rid of that stuff. Work on that stuff. The same thing I said to that person. Just give it some time. Build yourself up to feel confident. Make little hints. There's nobody on this planet that doesn't like to know that they're liked. It doesn't matter if they don't like you back or not. But you know what makes other people like you back? When you like them. When you love them, when you give them like confidence and you tell them why you like them, you see them for who they are and you talk to them about it and you don't hide that and you're not like, oh my God, and you remember things about them and you're like, oh, I remember when you told me about that thing that your mom did when you were 4 years old. People like that because they know that you like them and they like you back because you're genuinely loving them. You're genuinely there for them. You're genuinely listening to them. So build the relationship up in that way and know that I can't ruin it by liking them and loving them. The only way I can ruin it is if I go in there all nervous, unsure, and like, I don't know if they're going to like me back. And then like all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'm going to kiss you. That might ruin it because you thought you were going to ruin it. You do something weird and sporadic like that, that might ruin it. But if you just go steadily down the path of I like you and you like me and you're beautiful and you're smart and you're so funny and I remember that and blah 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 blah, and you build the rapport and you build the thing, it will naturally flourish that way if it's meant to be. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But people need to stop being so crazy about that. We don't know. Because we're never going to know until we know. And we're never going to know until we go and try. And we're never going to go and try until we feel ready to go and try. So we need to be confident. This world has built this thing, this system where everybody is comparing it. I'm not beautiful. I'm not smart. I'm not. You know what you need to do. He know what do. But we never feel like we are the right person or in the right place or we're good enough or we're worthy enough or whatever it is. So I would recommend working on that for a while and building the relationship between you as a friend, talking to them, doing those things that I said, remembering the little things that they say, talk to them if you can. If they don't want to talk to you, then go move on and talk to someone else. But don't carry that burden around, because a lot of people I find will be like, I like this person because they don't like me. I like this person and I want this person because, like what I was saying earlier, that weird, like, you can't have it. People like what they can't have. Sometimes they want what they can't have so much that they don't realize that what they want, if they got it, they would never have wanted it, because that's not a good person. That's not your person. If they don't like you, they don't want you, they're not into you, they're not excited about you, they don't want to talk to you, that's not your person. It's never going to be your person. So you need to balance out your scales and look at like things out there and be like, why would I want that? What happened in my life that made me want that? What would make me want somebody that's abandoning me? What would make me want someone that doesn't like me? Was my parents a little mean to me? Did I feel abandoned by my parents? Was like there no communication in my home about emotions? Because then I'm probably going to be drawn to that person that's not emotional and doesn't want to talk to me about their feelings, doesn't love me back, isn't going to show up to date me, isn't going to show up to be with me, because I don't really want to be with them either. I'm just self-sabotaging by focusing on the person that doesn't want me when there's 1,000 other people that do, that will love me in the right way, be healthy with me, and build up that, I remember that, and I remember that, and kiss and love and hug and oh my God, and feel good about it. So find the strength inside of yourself to love yourself. Work together with the people that want to work with you. Establish a nostalgic connection with people that can be built with by giving and receiving equally, by giving what you get, by not sitting around sad that some dude who knows, spirit could be, a lot of times rejection is protection. So when we do get rejected, it's fucking protection, so that you don't get like beat up, so you don't get hurt, so somebody that you were with, like, doesn't destroy your whole life. A lot of times I forced things. I was a control freak. I'm gonna go against what you want, and I'm gonna do what I want, and let me go get beat up all the time. Let me have this guy physically hit me. Oh, let's have this guy. Oh yeah, let's have this one that ruins my life. Oh yeah, that was an awesome time. And I can't say that he ruined my life. I let him ruin my life. I let him take my power, because that's what I was used to. That's what I was used to being within. That's what I was like. For 10 years, I was a dipshit, gave all my power to the guy, and it was not good because I didn't have any strength. But then I healed, and I learned that's not love. He's not loving me. He doesn't care about me. So I ran the fuck away from there and manifested better. Got out of there. And now I'm building up to be the empress to attract my emperor. Somebody that wants to be with me, that wants to commit to me, that loves me unconditionally, that doesn't juggle my value, that doesn't make me sad, that doesn't leave me alone, that makes me feel happy. But everybody's different, and everybody has a journey to go on. But we got to stop being afraid to express our love. We got to stop being afraid to be us. And just know that the right action will happen when it's meant to happen. And if worst case scenario it didn't work out so well, the next person it might. We got to build up stronger backs, people. We can't have our heart breaking every time we're rejected. We can't expect everybody that we like to like us back. And that's okay. But intuitively, you will know if someone does. So don't doubt when you feel that, because I feel like there's a valuable new start here for you. Whether or not it's with this person or someone else, I feel like you're creating illusions around it. You're hiding from it, so you're not seeing the truth of it. And you need to overcome that part of you that's doing that. You need to overcome these illusions and see it's time to be the fool. Take a leap of faith, because they like you back. They would like to be passionate. They want to, come out of this time of being single and independent and all of that. And they probably need the strength, because a lot of times when these people are out there that like us back, we're mirroring the same shit. So it takes a while, because it's like, I'm a little afraid. Well, I'm a little afraid. I'm a little nervous. Well, I'm a little nervous. And I don't know. And you both do it to each other, but you both don't know about it, because neither one of you talk about it. So you're mirroring those things that you got to make those decisions about and say, nope, healing the heart, not afraid of this, gonna be the one that does it. What's the worst case scenario? Break my heart? People break their hearts all the time. They move on and they get a new love and a better love and a deeper love. And, you know, it just happens. It comes and goes. We got to be able to release the things that don't want to be there, take the risks on the things that are there presently. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But your person, I feel, is your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart. It's the one. It's the pair. It's a blooming, deep love. But you are bringing in a third element to your connection by doubting that and not knowing that. Don't have the curiosity of maybe it's not them. Maybe they won't like me back. Because that's what you're going to manifest. This unpredictable power struggle, the assertiveness, the dominance. You need to feel that way to be the head of the pack. You've got to know that you're the head of the pack. You got to feel that magnetic, woohoo, pull them on in and trust that it's time and they will love you. But yeah, this is a divine, spiritual, divinely guided relationship. Don't let the past repeat and just trust. All right. Open messages for Abby. Abby. Magnet. Abby's a magnet at this time. Magnet. She's bringing in all the stuff. She's got that moose attitude, which is attitude is everything. Cool, calm, collected. She's the cool, calm, collected. Abby's like she's like the calmer me, you know, like she's like Jenny is like I am, and then Abby's like a calmer, like a slower speaker, a slower, you know what I mean? I don't know how to say it. She's definitely, she gets it, but she's not like I am. And she's more balanced. She's more like she's the balance. She's the and she's like and it's like the balance that we all need. So I feel like right now you are coming into your centered meditative awareness. You know that you need to be equal within the things that you do. You're listening to your body. You are realizing that time alone is okay to have. You are realizing that you are powerful and independent and magnetic, and you have a je ne sais quoi about you. Like, I'm the way I am, right? And you're the way that you are. But people who are like you are going to come to you and resonate with that. People who like me are going to like both of us, because some people like that part and they like that part. They like the dynamic of it. And some people may hate us both. Who cares? We're going to call in the right people to be there, because you are in your power. And this is like everything you've wanted is coming. The fertility, the multiply, the sudden increase, the new beginnings, all your desires, all that you've been saving up for and prepping for and hoping for is coming. And the crow is going to work with us to bring us the memories, the remembering, the mystery, the magical power. A new event is happening. And you are an observant person, and an omen is coming. The Gemini lovers card is here. Your lover is coming. You have that thing. You're at this point with your archer, and you're going to release that, and you're going to hit the mark. And you know where you're going because you've got your lighthouse on, and those tracks are going to carry you somewhere, because the things that have been blocking you are leaving. You're now anchoring into the new foundation, into the new creation, into your emotional up-leveling. You are the leader of the pack. You're leaving your old home behind. You're having the metamorphosis. You've healed enough with your parents to find the strength to be the unique version of yourself and to go out into this world and find justice and balance in your life. And this is a divine thing. This is divinely guided. So you're going to be like, wow, that was so fucking easy. Wow, why was everything so hard before when now it's so easy? Because you're rising above the obstacles. You're Milky Way networking. You're working and you're collaborating, your social media, publicity, internet fame, expand, exposure, spotlight, because you're developing like a fine wine, and you're taking those stepping stones, seed of stone, and you're going to be expanding. You're on the bridge to communicate to new things. The deep bonds that you've had in the past are coming back around. You are the star of the show. You are the phoenix rising through the ashes. You know what to do because you're illuminating the light. You're listening to the sun. You're listening to the moon. You listen to the deep bonds that you've built over time. You're seeing with those eyes of awareness and wisdom. You are the woman that's bringing in your harmony and the right people to work with because you're loving and accepting and open, and you know what didn't work before and what will work this time. You're ready to take the leap and not mess up. You're ready to be on that ride, and you have that stamina. You have that passion. You have that drive, and you have that strength to make it work. So yeah, you know, back in the past when the energetic, like the frugal, the saving, all of that, that time is coming to end because like we don't need to do that anymore. It's time to be the rabbit, increasing the money, 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 sudden increase, and established ambition, experience, developing, achievement, longevity, maturity, sexuality. All of that stuff is coming to fruition. Don't mask yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else. Wipe away the old shit of the past. Be the fullness of yourself. And that's going to be the best way for you to end that old chapter and have that emotional fulfillment on the track of I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I did. And you are going to have choices available to you on what to do, you know, going forward. So magnifying glass, get more info, clarify research, documents, examine fine prints and details. So look at that stuff that's going on for you. Like, where should I be doing this? What's going to lead me to my 10 of cups? Where do I really want to be? Don't let other people sway you away. Your wheel of fortune is here, right? Luck of the draw, synchronicity. No matter where you go, things are going to work out for you. But where you go is up to you to go. Where do you really want to go? Where do you really want to be? Don't have the curiosity of all those other options then, because you know where you want to go. You know who you want to be. You know what is the best thing for you. You know what I mean? Just don't let other things, like a lot of us get that ADHD thing where it's like, I want to do that. That's why I know about all these things that make money, because I'm like, maybe I'll do that. And I'll sit for a 3-hour presentation on all the concepts of it and never do anything about it, but I'll tell you all about it, you know? You need to find what you're brewing, what you're putting together, where you're going, who is your heart-centered man that you're going to be committed to, and where does your plan take you so that that can come into fruition. You know, the easy happening. Don't let the brewing of the storms or the chaos or other people's things like take you off the path. Don't let, you know, things that have happened before come rise up again and knock you down, or elements, you know, make you feel a certain way. You know, you deserve love. You deserve a supportive friend. You deserve harmony and happiness. You deserve to cut out the things that don't feel that way, no matter who it is, what it is, or what they've done for you, when they did it, or what they might do later. If you're not happy with something or somebody or whatever, cut those things out of your life. Look, sweep it up. Get rid of the old repetitive things. It feels good when it's gone. It's unavoidable. Time to clean those things up because it's time for transformation. It's time for you to fully feel established and embraced and ready. It's time for you to see through the facade and to trust that your lion is coming, the stalemate is over, and you're going to be successful leading your pack of your community, of your work, of your stuff, because you're exquisite, detailed, unique, and you are expanding. You're putting yourself out there, so keep doing that. Keep showing up, and everything is going to circle back around and be committed and stable, and good signs are coming. Good things are happening. You're finding the secrets and the mysteries. You're finally finding those trophies for the success of all the work that you've been putting in up till now. Now's the fireworks. Now's the hummingbird rising out of the dark, rising out of the negativity, the lightness of being present in the enjoyment of the moment, balancing all those things. The ladybug is like that leap of faith, that good time. Here's your twin flame. You're problem solving. You're the resource, one. You're the adaptable entrepreneur. You're clever. You know what you need to do, and you're going to be magnetic. The more that you embrace it, the more that you do it, the more that you're like, yeah, I like to do this, so I'm going to do that. I'm good at this. I thrive at that, so I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to worry about all this other shit out there that I'm not good at or can't do, because I know someone else can help me to do that. And everything is always working out for me. All the money that I need is here for me. All the support that I've ever needed is available to me. I am in my mind. I am in my power, and I'm not going to hide away or put on a mask. I am ready to be in love. I'm ready to be giving birth to that child in me. I'm ready to cross that rainbow into my good luck, my cohesive moments, and everything falling into place for me. You've been trying to consciously choose the people you are. Yeah. And that's a good thing, Rick. We are the sum of the people we surround ourselves with. So if we're surrounded with douchebags and assholes and bad people, then we're not going to be the best person, right? If like everybody's negative all the time, it's easy to go to the negative place. But we don't want to do that. We want to be around the right people. I Google everything and sift through the sources. Research, very important, yes. And that will inspire your mind and teach you a lot. Hello. Why am I feeling my supposed twin flame heavily? He is married. Okay. You gotta stop saying that! I just got like... My supposed twin... If you're still fucking here, and you're still asking about your supposed twin flame, you are the one labeling him your twin flame. You are the one still thinking about him. You are the one still feeling that way about him. You are the one still in that curiosity of maybe he is. And you can't blame anybody else for that other than you. But if you keep saying it that way, he's never going to show up. He's never going to be here. He's never going to be like, oh yeah, hey boy, I'm supposedly your lover. I'm supposedly, the one for you. No, you need to know and trust. Get rid of that curiosity of maybe I don't know. You're the only one that can decide. All right? You got to be the fool. And you also need to know, like, should he be? Should he have that label? And like I said, someone today, all right? The guy that was in her life, she feels he's her twin flame. I think he's my twin flame. She knows he's her twin flame. She knows it, okay? She knows it's her twin flame, but he's done some dickhead shit. So have we all. Okay, but like because of that, sometimes maybe he might not be my twin flame. Maybe it's someone else. But then maybe I'll surrender. If you feel in your heart and soul, and you know because of all the synchronicities and all this stuff, some people just know, and some people don't. Like genuinely don't know. But the way you're wording it, you're never gonna know. The way that you're saying supposedly, he's never gonna be. He's never going to be either or because you're leaving him in the curiosity land of maybe he's not, maybe I don't know. Can you forgive him for the shit he did wrong? Can you love him unconditionally? Because if you can't, then he's not. He's a karmic. If you can forgive and forget and love him unconditionally, which is what a twin flame divine counterpart does, which is very hard to do, because we have egos that are like, you hurt my feelings. You said a stupid thing. You did that thing. If you can't forgive and forget what that person did, then they're not your twin flame. But if you're still holding on, and you're still, I wonder, and I like him, and I miss him, and I'm still talking about him all these years later, and I'm still in love with him, but I'm mad at him, you gotta decide to put your ego aside and say, what the fuck ever. You know what? What the fuck ever. Drop the burdens and find the strength to release the anxiety of just owning your truth of he's my twin flame. Why am I feeling my twin flame energy right now? Because there's conflict and there's chaos around right now. He wants to probably communicate as an emperor to you. He wants to give you the 10 of Pentacles, but you need to transform right now so that he can show up on that timeline right now. We all are creating a reality of our own judgment. We can be magnetic to what we want. We can receive what we want, but we have to believe in what we want. We have to trust our intuition. Something at some point made you feel that he was your twin flame. Supposedly, he's never going to get you to union. You need to know that he wants to communicate with you. You need to know that your union is available to you. You need to make the new judgment call of, I'm not waiting anymore because my union's coming because I'm done with the painful ending. I'm done with the being juggled. I'm done with the, I don't know. I'm done with the supposedly. I'm done with the, he doesn't like me. I'm done with all that shit. He fucking loves me. He wants to give me a valuable new start. He loves me unconditionally. I'm done feeling sad. He is my twin flame. I'm going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to forget what was done. I'm going to love him unconditionally with no conditions on it. I only love you till you did that. I only loved you till you did that. I will only love you if you do this. Those are conditions on it. True divine love forgives and forgets. Now, if somebody's punching you in the face and someone's doing really bad shit, then they're not your divine twin flame because they won't do that shit to you. Maybe there's a mistake one time down the road, whatever. It may be one big blowout, whatever. Who knows? Whatever happened, you are the one that will figure out what am I going to forgive. But if someone's consistently like, oh yeah, like he's a meth head and he's just beating the shit out of me every day, and it's most likely not going to be it, but maybe he is. Maybe that's a test for you to love that person unconditionally. Only you will know, and only you can decide, and only you can determine. But have healthy boundaries on yourself of like, I love myself unconditionally, and I'm not going to put up with that type of behavior. So when I stop putting up with that type of behavior, that person can't show up with that type of behavior. I'm not going to be open to it. He's not going to get in here. It's going to be a waste of his time. But if I'm open to that person that I know is my twin flame and I love him unconditionally, I can't forget about him. It doesn't matter what he's done. I love him anyways. And then he shows up and he decides to be the version of himself that isn't going to be a dipshit, isn't going to do the stupid shit of self-sabotage and all that, whatever, then fine. But, like, again, it's you having the things on it without the, like, oh, you can love him unconditionally, but not let him come into your life. You can love him unconditionally and not be a walk-on. Or like, oh, that's okay that you cheat on me. That's okay that you do that to me. That's okay that you hit me and punch me. But you need to decide what's okay and what's not okay and have those firm boundaries about it. And then decide, am I going to forgive and forget him and love him unconditionally? Because if I love him unconditionally, that doesn't matter what he's done in the past. It doesn't matter what he does tomorrow. It doesn't matter anytime. I'm going to love him unconditionally. But when he starts stepping out of fucking line, your best bet is that he's going to get kicked to the curb until he's ready to mirror back to me a healthy, whole version of himself that can be here. But that doesn't exempt my love. That doesn't exempt the label of twin flame. I'm not going to say supposedly. He's my twin flame. I'm in love with him. He's being a little stupid right now, but he'll be back when he's ready. And maybe I'm being a little stupid right now, so we're mirroring each other in some way. Which we need to be honest with ourselves. Because, like, he abandoned me, where did I abandon myself? He lied to me, where did I lie to myself? You know, they're always, if it's true twin flame, they're gonna mirror to you. Now, if it's just some douche that's doing weird, horrible shit all the time that you're not doing, then that's a clear sign that that's not my twin flame. I'm not doing any of those things that he's doing. I couldn't do all of that shit that he's doing. It would break me down. It would hurt me down. I would boo-ba-da-boo. You know? You gotta be the determinator on that shit so you can receive the love that is divine. But you can't get anywhere for your Ten of Cups, for your wish coming true, when you're self-sabotaging with that perspective of I don't know. And don't worry what I think about it. Don't worry what anyone else thinks about it. Sometimes people will come here because they know that I've been detaching from, I don't want to deal with that toxic shit. I don't want to encourage people to be stuck in these toxic fucking things. But the other day I was like, wait, I can still do these readings for these people. I just can't encourage bad behavior. I can't encourage toxic shit show stuff. I needed to change my perspective on that, which we are constantly doing, and our twin flames are constantly the catalyst of those types of things in our lives, of us improving and changing and healing and growing and all of that. But just know, like, when you're, like, when, because, like, somebody may come here and say, why am I feeling my twin flame, supposedly, you know, because they know, like, Bridget's not really, like, all the way fully, like, supportive of that right now, so I might say supposedly, to, like, protect myself as a shield of, like, I'm not really that interested about it, but I'd like to know, Dad, don't even go there. If you're here, you are interested in it, you're still committed to it, you're still in love with him, you're still feeling he's a twin flame. Don't lie. You know, don't lie to me, don't lie to you, don't lie to him. Don't lie to the universe. If you want your Ten of Cups, choose. And if you're not sure, and like, because a lot of times this is subconscious, unconscious stuff of that supposedly, people aren't thinking when they're typing. But a lot of times, they do these things because of the way that they don't want other people to perceive them. I don't want her to think this, so I'm going to add that supposedly. You know what I mean? But that's not going to get you anywhere for the reunion. That's not going to get you anywhere with your perspective. You've got to have the strength to choose what you feel and what you know and own it. Don't let me dictate what's happening in your life. Don't let me dictate what the truth of the matter is. Don't let me be the one that's like, you work that system for you. You balance your scales. You call the shots. You're feeling him because you're still thinking of him, because you're still in love with him, because you still believe he's your twin flame. But you are not going to see him show up while you're still giving those supposedlies out. So get rid of those supposedlies, let the sun shine, call in the divine masculine, and get rid of your anxiety about it, and stop self-sabotage, and stop, I don't know, maybe he's not. Maybe, you're never going to know until you freaking just show up fully to it and let the divine intervention bring him in and see from that hangman spirit and check this out. He is your lover. He wants to communicate with you. He is thinking of you, and he is your lion. He is your divine man. He wants to go places. He wants to transform shit. He wants to negotiate and talk to you. But while you're out there thinking all those other things, those double rainbows and those perfect moments, those opportunities for your good friend to come reconcile in harmony as your fucking twin flame can't come. So you need to think in a new way, speak in a new way, so your Ten of Pentacles can come, okay? And I'm not trying to be mean to you, yell at you, or call you out on anything, but I'm trying to make a point here because this message has come through for like 7 people tonight about that. Stop being curious about it, you know? Or either be curious about it enough to say that I'm not even gonna. If I was really like, maybe he's not my twin flame, then I wouldn't be asking about him. I'd be asking about someone else and being like, universe, block this fucker's energy from me so that I'm not still being impacted by him because he's not mine. You know? But he's still impacted me. I'm still letting him. I still want him. I'm still thinking of him. I'm still feeding that. This unfinished business. And I'm never going to get anywhere healthy with another person while I'm still entertaining all that shit. So I might as well figure that out. Own what I believe inside of me. You can't manifest unless you believe fully. If you have the hope and the love and the thing inside of you that he's, you gotta own that or let it go completely. But there's no in between land that will get you to where you want to be land. And this is like a new epiphany thing that's been coming in for the last 2 days. It was on that other live. It's been on this live. Realize that because all of us do this. We are like, I don't know, and we regret it afterwards because we're causing these burdens and these shame and this guilt and this. It's gonna be a bad thing. I'm gonna be this, or, you know, and we just assume that, but we don't need to do that. I honestly thought it was part of the brainwashing that I'm always imitating and so influenced by people. Well, it's more so. I feel like ADHD is an adaptable thing that we have picked up to get away from, you know, the adapted things. Like we needed to adapt to these surroundings, so it's like, oh, I'm distracted and blah, blah, blah. But also, it's like a starseed thing where it's like we don't really know how to be human, so we come in and we mirror and mimic other humans. All right, so I think where there was one other person that came in here. Christina. Hi, how are you? I want to know about my twin flame journey. Is it worthy to give him a chance? I think he's coming back. All right, here we go. Repeat the last message. And, you know, like take the messages from what I just said. People come into these things because of that reason. They're on a similar frequency. They're all asking the same questions. They all have the same messages. The live that I did on Instagram last night, and this live, there's many messages in there for you. But your things are clearing out of the way. The obstacles are clearing out of the way. Okay, your telepathic communication with him, because your father fucking there's no other card to give you right now, man. This is it. He's coming back. He's yours. He's your twin flame. He wants to reconcile y'all. He wants to have harmony with you. He wants to be your best friend. He loves you. He's ready for a new beginning. He's your emperor. He sees you as the queen of wands. It's like, dude. Yeah, it's worth a shot. You know, like, what do you want me to say to this? Yeah, it's worth a shot. Get on the track. Go do what you need to do. You're the archer. You're the one. Like, pull back your thing and be thinking about, so, what does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like to be with him every day? To be in love with him every day. To wake up with him every day. To have your breakfast. To go to work. To do your thing. To live the best life that you want to live. See yourself, like, pulling back the thing and then releasing it and getting that shot. Because when he comes back, that's what you can freaking have. This was together, and there it is again. He's your twin flame. He's your deep soul connection. There's fireworks. Spark. He likes you a lot. He wants to bang-a-lang-a-lang. And he wants to be your anchor. He wants to be secure for you. So just be self-aware enough to know that he loves you. He's your masculine to your feminine. He is your deep partner. He is your contract, your relationship, the one that you want to be with. You wouldn't be, all right. Again, the message I sent her. You wouldn't be here asking this if you aren't already like, I'm gonna give him a chance. You know what I mean? Like, you would, when he shows up and he's like, you're gonna melt. You might be a Queen of Swords right now, but you're gonna melt, and you're gonna be like, I love him, oh my god, because he's your fucking twin flame, man. Like, you can't help it. So don't let your ego block it with the ego bullshit. Don't self-sabotage. Don't let the heart of the past. You've had the judgment time. You thought about it. Whatever. You have healthy boundaries when you reconnect. But look at that. There she is, the healthy boundary bitch, okay? When he comes back, you have the healthy boundaries, and you don't let him manipulate you. You don't let the things that happened in the past repeat again. But look at this. It just happened again. It happened again. He's coming back because he's supposed to come back. There's a soul connection. But there's been power struggles between the two of you. You needed to step into the place of being in your power. in order to get to your Four of Wands. You need to overcome the anxiety. Everybody out there, you need to overcome your anxiety. Stop feeling so sad about what happened 100 years ago or 10 days ago or this day ago or whatever. Stop worrying about what was, because we're only going to where we'll be. And if you're still in love with the person, just admit it to yourself and be in love with the person and forget about the hurt. Forget about the tornado. Forget about the what if, the should have, the could have, and all the would haves. You know? Just have the aha moment. Break out of that bullshit that keeps happening because of the unpredictable stuff of life. You know what? Just be positive about it. The communication's coming. The uniting is coming. He wants to be your strong anchor. He is returning. I feel like you can have justice with him, but you need to be the woman that knows her power, knows her honor, knows I'm the Empress. You don't treat me like this. You don't treat me like that. And once you step out of line, I'm not afraid to kick you to the curb. And people respect that much more than they do like a pushover, people pleasing. No, it's fine. You can cheat on me. You can lie to me. You can do all these bad things to me, and I'll always be here. We want to love unconditionally, but not love everything. If he's not loving you back unconditionally, if he's cheating and lying and all that, then we don't love that. No, we don't love that. But we can love him unconditionally to know that, like, it doesn't matter that he did those things, okay? He was a little stupid. He made a mistake. Haven't we all? So forgive if you truly love him unconditionally, but don't put up with the bad behaviors. If you start stepping out of line, don't be afraid to walk away. Everybody gets caught up in these things, especially the women, because they ghost or they run or they hide or whatever. They don't ever get the women don't have that opportunity a lot of times to walk away, which is why they ghost, which is why they run away, because we're not being valuable women. They want a valuable woman. And a lot of them get scared and freaked out by us, and a lot of them just see we have our own shit to heal. When you're not being authentic, he knows. Like, if I'm an asshole to you and you're not authentically like back to me and saying like your fullness of your truth, that's not going to resonate with a man that's worthy of being with, you know? Like, he's going to feel the disconnect. He's going to feel that you're biting your tongue. He's going to feel like you're not saying what you should be saying to me about this. He might even test you to see how you respond to him. So be, in that upkeep of knowing, like, I'm going to be organized. I'm not going to let this like take over. I'm not going to let it be the demise, But like, this is a contract that you have with him. Dark helps us see the light. Choosing wrong helps us know it's light. A phase of darkness will help to see clearly. So you've had the deep wounds. You've had the time of darkness. You've had the contrast to know the opposite. So you've seen him at his worst. Now you're going to see him at his best. And he's seen you probably at times where maybe you weren't in the best thing. Because if they mirrored back to you bad behaviors, there was something in it. Or if they did something they were on the fence of letting them back in about, obviously some shit went down, right? The Chiron here is a wounded healer, suffering obstacles, past life pains of origin, difficulty lessons, trauma, hurt, self-sabotaging, empathic understanding, learning through adversity. You guys came in here to do this, and you are here to learn these resources of how to heal, how to communicate, how to not do those stupid things that we did in the past, how to have healthier boundaries. So as long as you show up and do that, you have a team of people behind you in the spirit realm right here. Everybody out there has the clarity and the illumination enough to know that the cycles of creation and destruction are leading to our divine destiny. You are leading to your own destiny. So stop waiting, stop holding back. Know that your status, your fame, your claim to fame, all that stuff is coming, and the good days are going to be there, and everything that you've been wanting and waiting for is manifesting. And so, yeah, you got to give him the chance to see if it's going to be him that makes it through the final cut. But you be the final casting call on your life and what that means for you. But you're about to come into a season of expansion. It's going to be good. Allow for the ancestors to assist you and access you. And just know that better days are coming. Expansion, luck, wisdom, healing, influence, wealth, law, religious, higher education, big business, international travels. Again, 10 of Pentacle, 10 of Pentacle, 10 of Pentacle, ultimate fulfillment. A lasting imprint, a lasting connection, a deep bond is going deeper. You're having the rebirth. Everything that you've wanted is available to you, but you need to dream it into being, speak it into being, and believe it into being, and not doubt yourself or question yourself or go back and forth on it. I'll ruin it because she will just think I was saying, oh no. Well, wait. So I don't want this. I'd rather wait. All right, well, did you already say something to the person? Because, like, sometimes we think that stuff. Oh, we got to thank you, too. So hopefully whatever I said made sense. But I went and got my hair done. while I was sitting there talking to the hairdresser about hypnotherapy, it was so motivating. She's ready to promote me with, see? I got her all excited about having a session. And yeah, that happened tonight. I was talking to her, and I'm like, I need to do this on my podcast, and I'll be good. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just put yourself out there. Talk. Yeah. Yes. I'm so down. I think the pattern I can use for motivation is when I make changes behind the scenes that no one expects. Yeah, because you got that little, like, mysterious aspect. So use that to your fullest extent. And Rick, other people are like you out there, you know? Like be the master of the mystery. Put it out there. Get like, but not until I'm, here I am, I mastered my mystery, and teach other people the mysteries or the ways, Um, yes, we're both awkward as fuck. Yeah. And that's so weird, Drew. I didn't know if you're both women or not, and I was like, I don't know, but I didn't see that till now, so that's perfect. Um, it was weird. I'm like, I don't know, but usually, two women things. Someone takes a masculine role, so whoever takes a masculine, how the hell? I surprise myself a lot because I'm like, I don't know if you're both women or men or a man or a woman, and I try to be inclusive, but I don't do that to everybody. It's only the ones that I feel that like inkling of that thing with. I'm like, I think you might be a guy, or I think you might be both girls, or I think whatever. It's weird. It doesn't happen every time. Sometimes I'm wrong, but it does happen a lot. You're welcome. All right. All right. So I think I've caught up. Did I miss anybody's thing that was here? I don't think so. So I'm going to do this again tomorrow night. The same thing. Go live on Instagram. Share my thing. Go live on YouTube on the Bridget Rauer channel for the last membership night there, which is $5.99 for that one. But that's the last one there, and then that's ending. And I'm going to do this every month with you guys. I'm doing the 30-day live on Instagram. I've been going live, doing that like 20-minute thing you saw at the beginning of this. And then I do like 2 hours of chatting with you guys about all this stuff. So if you like this, maybe I'll go live. No, I can't, not tomorrow, but the next night I can go live here simultaneously so people can see it across both. I gotta go write somebody's thing. I gotta finish writing it. I started writing it, then I got on the phone and I was doing multitasking. I could never finish writing it. Person's been waiting. I gotta send it to them. But yeah, I want to make sure I checked in. Okay, so if you're new here, if I feel like I'm missing that new guy that was here. He can come check on, like, I'll do a reading for him, like, privately or something, or upload it to the channel later, or maybe catch him on the next one, or if he comes to my live on the other thing, I could do it for him there. But there was a new guy, I can't think of his name off, but maybe I did it. I don't know. There's so many people. There's so many new people. Thank you. Very grateful for you guys. I'm going to be doing this again every night, the other part on Instagram. I'll be back in the next night for the live part of it. I'm helping other people to build their businesses. I've got free stuff I'm doing, paid stuff I'm doing, new stuff I'm doing. All that stuff is coming. The hell is that? Oh, it's a candle. I was like, what the hell is that? It was like I thought it was like a baby bottle. And I'll be back for the moon magic. And yeah, I will be back doing all that stuff. You are welcome. I will see you guys tomorrow night. And everything is about to blow up in abundance, man. And people are going to have their loves. And just know that. Feel that. Believe that. Believe in the power inside of you. And I will see you guys again tomorrow night in Renee. Namaste. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.